baby. I just hit the button.
He finally hit the goddamn button.
You always do that without telling anybody.
You know why though? You know why?
Get your Mania of the Year merchandise at the end of the month.
Hey, are you making the merchandise?
Yes.
Oh,
I got a shirt deal.
We got the in-house plug, of course.
I got a shirt deal.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
He said I got a shirt deal.
I got a shirt deal. Got me a shirt deal.
We live, babe. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, what up, baby?
Hey. Before we do anything, first let's go around the room. Now, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm here. You know, had to work today. Got to work tomorrow, but ain't nothing the little Jack Daniels can't kill.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Hey, I love it. Manny, how you feeling, man?
I'm here.
Was that a loaded question?
It's a loaded question. It's always a loaded question.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. We gonna work through it together.
Yes, sir.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if I can for a second.
There's a stranger in the house.
If I can, this is
a stranger in my house.
This is something we haven't had.
Took a while to figure out.
Literally.
This is something we haven't had in a while. But
Since before the new year.
ladies and gentlemen, can I get a round of applause for Dev's comeback? It's been 4 months, my guy.
It's been 4 months.
It feels like
It's like 2.
Might have been longer.
It might have been like 2.
It was in
Might have
2021.
been 6.
6.
Nah,
And now we're exaggerating.
2018.
that's the last news on the pod. We had a table still in here.
Man,
Right.
Yeah.
that's when it was right.
He came in like, ooh, it's nice. What happened to the place?
Right.
All these changes. It's like it's so much color now. What's going on?
Welcome back, Mr. Ray.
Yo, it's good to be back.
What you been up to, man?
A lot. First of all, let me just say.
Go ahead. It's your time. Dev versus DMV.
Right back into the fire.
We ain't serving no L's in a minute.
It's been a while, man.
I'm not coming back to an L. Next week, I'll be all right.
Damn.
All right, next week, get your L.
Yeah, all right, that's cool.
Oh, damn.
But hey, you look, like I always say before my hiatus, it's just good to be in the lab with the fellas. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Definitely had to take some time out to kind of get myself right, get me back on track. There's a lot of going on, some celebrations, some heartaches, some ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
I've been keeping it 100 with y'all. Like, look, I just kind of need some time right now to kind of get myself back right. You know, so that's all it was, man. School is just on my head and life. So your boy just had to get to the right space to come back out here and do the show right. So that's why I'm out here now. My man Neil, shout out to him. I definitely made up an excuse why not to come out here tonight. School. But he definitely like, nigga, just bring your laptop to the house. Get your work done over there. You going to be on the show tonight. And I'm like, well, when a man's that serious, and, let me go ahead and take him up on it. So I'm out here today. I'm glad to be out here. And, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it. Let's not act like, that much time has passed. We're going to get back to it like we always do, baby. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why you wear the time stone, because you control time.
Mm-hmm.
Take it back to when I was here last, baby. I ain't losing no ground in this.
6 months
It's
ago.
all organic for me.
6 months ago.
It's not 6 months.
Yeah, man.
The return to PG Jakes, man.
PG Jakes, baby.
Man,
More coming on that too, man. I definitely got to jump back into my alias.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, definitely. So more from PG Jakes coming up, man. I definitely got a couple rounds in the chamber that I would have been spitting to our public out here and give them a little piece of my mind. So.
Oh, one thing you need to know though. Manny owns the Gold Couch now.
Oh, he got this man,
this
Gold Couch energy.
This is my couch. This has always been my couch.
yeah, it's always been his couch.
This has always been my couch.
I mean,
You see, Stank, I did this.
I had to remind him. It's been a while.
Okay.
No, true, and I respect it. You know what? But when I was told I was going to be in the Gold Couch today, I was like, you know what? That's cool. Gold Couch energy from round one. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time being on the Gold Couch.
Yeah, we dangerous over here.
It's my first time back after, you know what I'm saying, after my hiatus. So
Yeah,
why
hey,
not?
I almost put you over there in that Kazakh couch so you try out again. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at that. See?
On the casting couch. Not on the casting couch, though. Come on now.
Yeah.
See if you was good to go.
Of course, I'm always ready, baby. Always.
Like, the veteran players, when you bring them into camp, you got to try them with a strength and conditioning test.
No. See,
Put the parachute on him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke holes in that right quick. Jared Dudley. That you can't tell me that nigga going through any type of strength and conditioning, but he always ends up on somebody's squad.
Hey, Jared
Because he
Dudley.
got his place.
Jared Dudley like a youth pastor. That's out here to be just putting up buckets at the YMCA, the church league.
God damn.
And he doing with his Sunday afternoon socks on too.
Exactly. Didn't even change the socks
Didn't
out.
change
The Argyles.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Definitely. So I'm on my Jared Dudley right now, baby. I'm going to always have a spot because I'm always going to bring something to the squad. Feel me?
Yeah, you always do. We just glad to have you back, man.
Yeah.
We missed
I'm
you.
glad to be back. I know.
We have.
I miss y'all fellas too, man.
Yeah, it hasn't been the same without you. We've been holding it down though, but
Definitely.
yeah, but
Definitely been keeping track of the fellas, man. I've been keeping track of y'all. I may not been saying a whole lot, but I've definitely been making sure and watching y'all progress, and I'm here for it. I'm proud of it. So yeah, keep this energy rolling.
all right.
Show.
Hey, let's roll on with the show. We got that out the way.
Alright.
A couple things that we want to get through, but let's start right here at the top. Did y'all see that King Kong Godzilla trailer?
Yes, I did.
Ooh,
Kinda.
You said kinda. We watched like halfway through and then turned it off.
I ain't turned it off.
I didn't see it.
I really haven't like. I mean, I seen it, but I ain't really take the time to sit there and watch it because
You was busy.
I really wasn't busy. I ain't been doing much, in my free time. But I mean, how many Godzilla movies is that?
Well, it's part of a universe, so they're building up to. This is the fourth movie right now. The new universe,
Yeah.
and this is the King Kong versus Godzilla one.
I don't even know how to watch movies no more. We should just go to the movie theater. It's like, do I gotta get HBO Max? Do I gotta get Cinemax, not so Max? I don't know what the hell to do right now to watch these
Cinemax.
movies.
HBO Max.
Nah, I ain't ready on skin. I don't do all that. So
I'll hook you with a password.
I don't know.
You don't want it?
You should be shamed.
What, HBO Max?
We can get password. I mean, HBO Max. Oh, that. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Skinemax password.
Nah, man, come on, don't
That's
put me on
what
spot.
We know your password to Skinner Max.
Exactly, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's Dickie Williams.
I can't wait for this movie. You watch the trailer.
Of course I did.
I didn't see it. I saw Trump versus Godzilla.
Oh, the meme out. That meme, wow. Dude. That is
seen
not
that.
the meme for topic 1, by the way.
That shit was funny,
I have
bro.
not seen that, but I've definitely seen this Godzilla. I had questions at first, but a couple people answered them about why the fuck Godzilla was so goddamn big. I mean,
King Kong.
King
He
Kong was
grew.
so goddamn big. Yeah, I feel 70 years or it has however long it was explained.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
50, something like that.
Yeah,
Bro,
something
the
like that.
last King Kong movie was great, bro.
The joint with
It was great.
the
Yeah,
joint
it
with
was.
Samuel L. Right, like Skull Island.
It
Yeah.
wasn't better than the joint with Jack Black, but it was great.
It was
The Jack Black one was no. The new one was Skull Island.
Yeah.
I'll take it over Jack Black.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Now I'm a fan of the Jack Black one too as well.
Oh man, that's
I don't watch
classic.
enough movies.
That joint was alright, but
Oh, you ain't
guess
seen
not.
even one of them?
I probably have. I'm forgetful. as
Skull
fuck.
Island was.
I'm forgetful as
They
it.
both classics.
nigga, when he came in with the helicopters and just started wrecking shit was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Niggas was like,
Who got
oh,
that phone on?
That was me. I'm sorry.
Somebody-
Checking audio, checking audio. Make sure we good to go.
Ricky's in
That's it,
perfectionist
that's it,
form
that's it.
tonight.
definitely
Hey.
he's in perfect form.
Hey! Shout out to the brother Dr. Dre. That's what I went to school with. The master class he be offering.
Yeah.
I didn't take one, but I watched the trailer. Hey, speaking of movie trailers, Denzel got a new movie out too as well.
Oh, yeah?
The Little
The
Things.
little things.
HBO Max. Once again, you want the password? Let me know, man.
All right. I'm in there.
Now it's with
I might have HBO Max myself. I just don't know it.
You got a Fire Stick?
Yeah.
You got HBO Max.
Yeah.
He said I look like Pat Mahomes.
Who, you?
Nah.
No,
He ain't talking about us.
that's a stretch.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's the only one we talk about.
You the
That's a huge
closest.
stretch.
You the closest in there.
I mean,
Nice.
hey, when I was in the Philippines, they did call me Steph Curry.
That's a stretch.
Dude, I was the only light-skinned motherfucker out there.
They
Did you
called you
sign
Steph
Whatever
Curry.
understand.
That's what I'm saying.
But
You
nah,
signed any
that makes
autographs?
they called me.
Almost did.
They called me Barack Obama in Marishik in Africa.
I can see that.
But they did call my homeboy a skinhead.
Oh,
Oh my God.
well,
In, it's a good story. I'll tell you one day.
shit happens. Eastside, unfortunately.
Nah, but that Denzel trailer, the Little Things. I haven't seen the movie yet. I plan on watching sometime this weekend, but it's out there
Yes,
on
sir.
HBO Max.
Does look good.
It does. Jared Leto's in that thing, another fantastic actor too as well. So
Definitely.
yeah, we'll see what's going on from there. All right, let's get to some rough news here, just to start off the podcast.
Okay.
So we all know what this week was. It was the 1 year anniversary of Kobe Bryant. I think all 4 of us on the podcast last year when we did it. Yeah, with Lou too as well. We had, who else was with us? Trev. Yeah, there we go.
Trev.
I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because I couldn't even watch the news on it. But it was I just want to acknowledge it, give the RIP to the man, and also want to just pass around the room if anyone has any thoughts on the 1 year anniversary of Kobe Bryant.
Tough.
Oh. I mean, it's tough, but we can't forget that him and Gigi weren't the only ones lost in that tragedy.
True.
Absolutely.
And it's sad all the way around. But I mean, we ain't gotta hit that nail too much, you know.
Yeah.
We know, we feel it.
I've definitely avoided watching like certain tributes and stuff, just because I couldn't. It's still tough to kind of ingest. You know what I'm saying? I haven't watched too many tributes at all, actually, because I'm like, it's still like one of those things like, damn, like an icon.
Yeah.
Like for our generation, someone that we like personally spent time watching, and a lot of us looked up to. Like it's different when it's older icons and stuff, but someone that we grew up watching from like when we were young and watched his whole career. It was just a little bit too much for me to watch these tributes and stuff, so I kind of avoided them. But that mama mentality is definitely still there.
Oh yeah, it's not going nowhere, bro.
Nah.
Hey, absolutely. And like I said, go on. What you got?
Now I was about to say on the Hardwood Classics channel, man, they showed his 81 point game, full game, and his retirement game, and I watched about 3 minutes of that game, and it was just turn back to Law and Order.
Yeah,
This is too much, dude.
Too much.
Yeah, I mean, like the way, and it wasn't just because it was Kobe balling. It's just the way he, now that he's gone, you see how much he actually interacted with the crowd and who was there. Like, I mean, that dude was just, it was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? How many people, like celebrities, actually came to see Kobe play.
Right. That last game.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. I couldn't even watch it, bro.
Hey, shout out to Twitch.
Hey,
I got no idea what the hell y'all talking about right now, though. I got no idea.
They talking about you? They talking about you now?
Yeah.
So he leaning like a 70-degree angle.
I'm always leaning,
He
bro.
just chill, man. He ain't zooted.
Hey, shout out to Twitch. We'll move on from there. We're gonna encompass this. We're gonna bring it back around. John Chaney, Temple coach, passed away.
Legendary.
24 seasons at Temple, beginning 82, 83. Made the NIT or the NCAA tournament every year except for his first one. Went to Elite Eight on 5 different occasions. Temple was ranked number 1 during the 87-88 season too as well. The big thing with John Chaney is that he did a lot for black men becoming coaches at a high level with high level programs. He was a great teacher, a better man. A lot of his players, Eddie Jones, one of his most notable players, talks so highly of him. 2001, John Chaney went to the Naismith Hall of Fame too as well. So, John Chaney, thanks for everything you've done, for paving the way, for being a legend in your own right at Temple University. Any thoughts on that? Dev, I'll go with you first.
Again, excuse me, just another legend, man. A lot of people in the basketball community, it's just one of those things that excuse me, just another legend.
My bad.
It just kind of sticks out. It strikes a chord. Anyone that's like really intimate with basketball, like you said, Rick, just his impact and being a trailblazer for black coaches at high level programs. It was just unheard of at the time that he came in to and then not only that, but then produce so quickly, basically just turning that program around and maintaining that level of excellence for 24 years. Like that's unheard of. And he just set he set the tone and he set the bar so high, but it wasn't something that was unachievable. It just gave people and gave black coaches and black players something to achieve and to strive for. So, you know what I'm saying? His impact on the game, but basketball in general can't be understated. Yo, he was a legend. Like, straight up.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
I just like the way he carried himself, like his demeanor, and the fact that he was old fashioned. You know, he was one of those old fashioned coaches where a lot of the opposing teams would, you know, they would come down and, you know, they played that hack ball back then, and John Chaney would always say, you know, send in the goons. We need a goon. Yeah, we need a
John
goon
Bryant
in the game. Yep. And them goons came in there and they did their thing.
Right.
They did some goon shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And he later apologized for that one too.
He
as well.
did.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was appropriate though.
Bully ball, baby.
I mean, he felt like his guys
are
are getting pushed around. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
as a
Sending
coach,
the goon.
I mean, there's so much you only could take watching your dudes getting, you know, beat up out there, and the ref ain't swallowing the whistle. So
Yeah. Like if somebody was to walk in here and try to bully us, we send him in here. Send our goon there.
yeah, exactly, that's our muscle.
Is that what y'all think of me?
Yeah.
What, the BNY muscle?
From
Hell
Atlanta.
yeah.
You from
Definitely.
Atlanta.
Hey,
He's Atlanta
ATL,
translator.
baby.
I haven't been there in a
Don't
decade
matter.
and a half.
But it's still in you.
Let me sit up.
Exactly.
So,
You zone 6, baby.
I'm not even that.
Let's we got. He was 89 years old. Rest in peace to the man.
Rest in
One
peace.
more too as well. Cicely Tyson.
Oh Lord.
96 years old. That's a full life. It's a full life. 96. We'd be blessed to see even 85. You know, or
Yeah.
89 like Cheney. So much she's done for just not even just black actresses, but not even black actors, but just black people.
Yeah.
The way she just carried herself in the spotlight for many, many years. Some of her works, she was in Roots too as well. The Help, as more recently for a lot of people. The Margaret Collins story, Women of Brewster Place. Icon, civil rights icon, played many roles over the years. Her work can not be underestimated. Also, even more recently for a lot of, I guess, our generation, she was in the Medea movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
Perry, you brought it in heavy.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, she's every time she hopped on the screen, you know, she always had not a big person by any means, but always had the presence of being larger than life whenever she showed up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause she don't get that many lines, but when she give you some lines, it's heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's heat.
And she dropping bars.
Yes.
Like you always paid attention. Like if you didn't know she was going to be in the movie, like whenever she popped up on screen, you always paid attention to
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
scene she was in.
Oh,
Like,
easily.
oh shit, Cicely Tyson's in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what she about to
That
drop.
music would start to play in the background, and everybody would just sit down and listen.
And then
Yeah.
you found out something about yourself you didn't know was fucked up with you about it. Like, God damn, I need to fucking work on me.
Hell yeah.
She was definitely a monumental actress though, man. And I especially liked her from the aspect of, I mean, because I got a daughter, you know what I'm saying?
Same here.
Young black queen.
Hey.
And Cicely Tyson made it a statement to not portray like a prostitute, a drug addict, you know what I'm saying? Anything that was demeaning to a black woman. You know, if you give me a role, I want it to be powerful. I want it to be inspirational. I want myself to be a motivation. You know what I'm saying? I want to inspire others to want to do these same roles and not just be, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that stereotype. You know what I'm saying? So I loved her for that, bruh. And she did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard for a black woman. It was hard for a woman back in the day to get that type of role, but for a black woman especially, you know what I'm saying? She set a standard.
Yeah.
You know what
She
I'm
did.
saying? Don't have me in a movie if I'm gonna be a drug addict or
Yeah.
a prostitute or anything like that. And for her to say that in a mainly white Hollywood at the time and still
Powerful.
had like this much of an impact in acting, bro, it was history.
Or you think like not the last, but from I think the last movie in the 60s she did was 67. And then she took like almost a 15-year hiatus because during the 70s there was a lot of those black exploitation movies.
Yeah.
And she refused, to your point, to even be a part of that. So she literally was like, if you're not going to respect me, I'm not going to do it. And she took a break like throughout the entire 70s. She didn't act. She didn't do anything. And then she came back in like 1982 when Sidney Poitier had her on another movie. Like, to your point, that she was about it. Like, you're not going to exploit me. You're not going to have me out here looking a fool for my community or for your enjoyment. Like, you will respect my craft.
Yeah, man.
Says a lot about
She
it.
paved the way for a lot of black actresses, including Maya Angelou.
Yeah. I mean, she's goddamn. I mean, we've already said it. You walk on the screen, you look at her like, oh, like you're talking a legend, and you're looking at it, living, talking, breathing. I mean, it's like almost the same way as seeing like a lot of my kids when they look up to like LeBron James when they see him talk on screen. 'Cause I look at their face, they immediately just watch what he has to say, and I'm saying that they are the same wavelength. They're the same person. They've done the same things, but I just see one generation. You see the next one taking over from there. So,
Right.
what I want to do here is that for all three of these individuals, Kobe, whose life was cut short, I'm glad that John Chaney and Cicely Tyson got to live to being the old age, and they lived a full life. So they're all deaths hit a little bit different, but it still has an effect with it. If we could just raise your glasses, please. Raise your glasses, please. And if you're watching, raise your glasses too with us. For three legends that have passed away. It's up to us to carry the mantle from there. So if you could, please take the shot. 8 seconds. I'm going from there. Appreciate y'all.
Of course.
Dad, you remember how to run a podcast? You know what's going to happen next?
Now it's fun. Now we're gonna have fun.
Time to get to it.
We're gonna have fun.
It's time to get to it.
Time to get to it.
Let the dragon begin.
Yeah, we got. All right, so you see here, we got this in the top right corner. We got all our topics we're gonna cover tonight, and maybe a few in between that just naturally pop up through a conversation, as conversation normally happens. But these first two, we got to drag some people. And Will Johnson with the glass too as well. Hey, Lou, we thought he was gonna be here, man.
What happened to you, bro?
Man, we had to see on the cast couch for you.
What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz?
Definitely.
What up, cuz?
What up, gangsta?
I want to bring up something. Actually, you know what? I gotta do something else. In the meantime, Dev, while I switched a little bit things with my camera, what's going on with you in the DMV recently? Just out of curiosity. This ain't a loss. This ain't a win. I'm just out of curiosity.
Oh, it's an L.
If you could just catch us up.
Man, what has been going on, man? Honestly, bro, like real life, not a lot as far as my interactions and being in and around the DMV. Because I told you, I just kind of been in my own zone with school, work. I've just like avoided all the distractions. Definitely been trying to cut down the noise, and that includes the maniacs that frequent Temple Hills Giant. Like, I made it a point just to go to different grocery stores at this point, bro, because I just couldn't.
You finally woke up to it.
I took y'all advice.
I was trying to find out. Like, what time you go? I want to show up and see what happens. Like, I be bored as shit.
I'm telling you, Manny, I'm gonna tell you. You go there at any time of the day, Manny, you're gonna come back with a story. I promise you.
All right.
They be out there wilding, bro. They be on some other shit.
A lot of that
Ladies
stuff,
and gentlemen.
a lot of stuff is normal to me.
So we got a brand new segment next week. Then
Look.
be a whole podcast of Dev versus DMV.
I'll be at trials at the same time.
We should go together.
Manny, come with me.
I bet.
I'm telling you.
I gotta get some stuff for the snowstorm.
Oh, you gotta get. Wait. So that's gonna be soon then.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Sunday. You sure you want him going to the grocery store with you?
Yeah.
I don't
All
ride
right.
strap.
Oh my God! In the grocery store?
I said I don't.
That's not what I heard.
I heard something completely different.
That's
I
what I'm
said I
saying.
don't ride strap.
Oh my God! Hey, let me bring up this topic number one. You was let me mean team. Let me bring this thing up.
Manny, don't let him do you like that, dog.
Hey, man.
Nah, we gonna do them like
Try to
that.
get me in trouble.
We're gonna do them like that. So I share this to the group page too as well.
All right.
As you see, this classic scene comes from the movie Joker. Rated R. Joaquin Phoenix. Amazing movie, by the way.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, so you think bank robbery and hedge fund is funny? That's the Securities and Exchange Commission, better known as the SEC, which I'll have a few words for as next topic. Reddit. I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not.
Thank
you.
you.
Know what? I 100% agree with this.
Yep.
I looked at this, and I laughed for a second, then I got serious. I was like, you know what? I like what I'm seeing here. And I woke up to this like at 7:30 in the morning. I was like, I need to spread this to people. Everybody needs to see this one.
It's hilarious.
My phone didn't ring.
It's true.
It went to the group chat. I'm sorry, not the group chat, the group page. I apologize. Next time I'll individually text you and make sure I send you that meme if you like.
Yes.
No one
Not
told,
even on
no,
Facebook.
no one told me to
Your
buy
number.
GameStop in due time.
Oh, see, I didn't know
Oh,
that
bro,
one either.
I heard about that late too.
I did get AMC.
When I
The
seen
moment
it,
I heard, I bought some shares.
when I seen it, I was like, GameStop. Don't nobody go to GameStop. Why the fuck these niggas make? Why the fuck they making money right now? Like shit, you can't get my games no more. Y'all hit me up in the head heavy when I got my PS4 on release night years ago, and I remember that.
All we can give you is $20.
You should
You bring that meme up too as
You
well.
should have traded in 30 games and got 2 cents.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
You could have did that.
I missed it. What did I say? With
Let's move on to topic number 2.
Giant food.
Are y'all familiar with out of curiosity? I know, Mandy, you said you like a little bit of his backstory too as well, and there's a lot of people out there. Now, before we begin with this, I am no means a stock expert. I did not get my degree on Facebook.com, so I don't know as much as the people out
we
there.
all did. We all got free classes the past 3 days.
Damn, I must have missed that one. Why didn't you text me?
Yes,
It all comes back full circle.
Hey, my fastball still 100.
Gotcha.
If I out of curiosity, are y'all, now I know you've been kind of active with this too as well. Dev, you familiar with what's going on here?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I've been all over this shit.
All right, yeah, I saw you. You shared things too as well.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I've been
Will-
all over it.
Will like he lighting GameStop up too, bro. I'm with it.
$24 gift
$24. All right, so let me give a little backstory on this whole GameStop thing. All right, so a few weeks ago, I'm reading this verbatim from a meme that you and me both shared earlier in the week. Not really a meme, but a picture.
Right.
A few weeks ago, a Redditor on r/Wall Street Bets noticed that a hedge fund had taken a massive amount of short trades against GameStop. I'll explain what short trades are a little bit later. Short trades against GameStop. They convinced everyone on the thread to join forces and to buy as much GameStop stock as possible. This made the price rise, and the hedge fund's short position started to lose billions. Their losses even surpassed $13.1 billion that the hedge fund was worth. This hedge fund was his name is Melvin Capital. Keep that in mind. We'll bring it up a little bit later. Eventually, the hedge fund had to close their short positions and buy all the GameStop stock back at much higher prices, sending the price even higher still. This is called a short squeeze. Now, the hedge fund is declaring bankruptcy, and Reddit thread is combing through their other hedge funds with massive short exposure so they can short squeeze them into bankruptcy as well. All of Wall Street is saying the public joining together in this fashion should be illegal, but really they just lost their own game in the masses. Go back to 2008 for a second. I'm going to stop reading. And don't forget what happened there when Wall Street speculation led to the recession in that period in the Bush administration. That's when Obama came in and had to clean everything up quickly. You know, the stimulus that he popped off immediately coming from office. The same thing that Reddit did is the same that happened back in 2008. And what happened then? They fucked up a whole bunch of money, our money, by speculation, which is really just gambling. Just call it what it is.
Yep.
We're not going to call it speculation anymore. It's just gambling.
Yep.
Going to the casino, putting bets down, seeing what's going to happen, go from there. That's all stock market is. Just a huge casino, and we'll see what happens. Just with people that wear suits and ties and white collars. From there, when they lost, there was a government bailout. And it's also chattered to again that if the losses were to continue, there could be another government bailout. That leads it to a separate issue, is that there's a different set of rules for you and me if we lose.
Absolutely.
Versus if billionaires lose money.
Yep.
Because what happened when they started losing money? Robinhood immediately shut down.
Yes.
And Ameritrade and there's someone else. They shut down the stocks, able to buy and trade of GameStop. Basically, just turned it off.
And AMC.
And AMC too. So there it is.
And BlackBerry.
Yep.
And BlackBerry, yeah.
Yep. There it is too. BlackBerry. Robinhood, the CEO, they're getting their commands from elsewhere. And I bring up a movie here, Rush Hour. You know what they always say in Rush Hour?
Follow
The rich white man.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that's happening here. The commands come on down. Because I watched the Robinhood CEO. He did an interview with Chris Cuomo on CNN, but he's really just a patsy. He's just taking orders from the top. I don't really care about him.
He's the fall guy.
Exactly. And the people that run Melvin Capital and the other brother and sisterhood around them, that's the real issue. And you immediately turn off a stock when you're starting to lose money. But for Main Street, it works something different for us. We lose. Or when they lose, we have to bail them out, like it happened in 2008. Or happened recently with coronavirus. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a report that it went up, went down, but I also stick with it. And I've been saying this from this day. They pumped $1 trillion into the stock market. $1 trillion. Maybe just print money. Mm-hmm. Just put it in the stock market to make sure that their losses didn't take place. There was a headline.
And we got some of that $1 trillion right here.
Hey,
real money that got printed.
throw that to the camera. Show them what we got.
We got this money from the stock. Sorry, this money from the stock market.
GameStop, appreciate
right
you.
Here.
Reddit, thank you very much.
Right there,
stimulus money.
Right there. We have this stimulus money that we found is evidence. The BNY investigators found this.
That's the money that they pumped into the stock market.
That's shout out to Billy Ray Valentine from Trading Places.
Yep.
He came through for us. He was a BNY investigator working behind the scenes. I can disclose the information now. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No, but back to it. Yeah, they shut off the stock market, and they wouldn't allow even now that they're allowing a limited number of trades to happen with GameStop.
Yeah.
Individuals need to go to jail for this. I know the SEC said they're going to investigate it, but I'm not saying I have too much faith in that.
No.
I don't expect anything as criminal to happen here at all. No. Like with Epstein and Maxwell and all them. I don't like when you're that high up, you're somewhat protected.
Yeah.
And they found a way to protect themselves. This goes back to a lot of things. Money in politics. When you buy yourself a politician, I mean, you see the, CNN CEOs donating to Hillary Clinton's campaign, and then they give her favorable coverage too as well on the same news channel. I mean, this happens with multiple candidates too as well. This is one example I can give you. You can look up yourself. It happened. Dev, I want to know your thoughts on this entire situation, and we'll go around the room, and then I'll have more to say from here.
So, I seen on CNBC yesterday morning, there was a billionaire hedge fund manager. I forget the guy's name. And basically, he equated what was all going on with an attack on the rich and the wealthy. I thought that was just preposterous. And it was such an egregious statement from someone whose worth, I think his worth was like $3.2 billion. And for someone that high up to claim that the poor people are somehow attacking them, the rich and the wealthy, when that's literally what they've been doing since this country's inception. Through, mind you, Robin Hood, which, that irony is not lost on me.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
But the fact that they have this notion that what was done through Reddit and everyone's purchasing of these stocks was somehow a foul against them when literally they bought, like Melvin Capital bought the stock anticipating it to fail, right? So that means that any of us regular folks, any of us that had previously purchased GameStop stocks, they were betting that our money was going to get lost. Mm-hmm. They were betting that we were going to lose money with our investments because that's what they were banking on, right? And so when we turn the tables and we profit from it and they lose, somehow or another, we were wrong. The public, the quote unquote poor.
Mm-hmm.
I take issue with that notion. Like, you're brazen at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like on public television. This wasn't something. These weren't back. You know, some backroom conversations. He said this publicly, and that's crazy to me. Like, how far up and how far gone you got to be to get out there and say, how dare the public, how dare the poor rise up against us in this fashion and attack us in this manner when you literally been attacking and taking from the poor. A lot of people, I don't know if y'all know, but like Melvin Capital, they, even in the midst of this whole situation that was going on, they were quote unquote like bailed out by multiple other
$3 billion other hedge funds
that inputted money into them to try to keep them afloat. So it wasn't like they just lost what they were worth, which was $13.1 billion. They also lost like another $4 billion on top of that,
like
trying to stay afloat.
Like 30% of their assets,
bro. Like, so don't sit here and try to play the fiddle with us and make it seem like, oh, what we did was so egregious when you literally had other companies and other billionaires throwing billions of dollars to keep you afloat. But how many of us in here can use $1 billion thrown at us just because we need to stay afloat?
I'll take $20.
When our rents when our mortgage is a little low. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're behind on our bills and shit, when we looking at the gas tank and it's a little bit on E and we got to throw a little bit of dough in there, but we got to choose between that and this. Mm-hmm. How many of us could use $100? And you talk about folks throwing $1 billion at you, but we cheating y'all?
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's the elite, it's the 1% really showing you and showing us what they mean and how they view us and how they care, which is none. They don't.
Exactly.
I take issue with that. I take issue with it.
As you should.
They literally, this showed anyone that was ever in doubt, and I'm not about to get into this whole rant about capitalism, all this type of shit.
I'm about to.
I think you are.
It goes to show. I'm sorry. If it goes there, it goes there. But it shows you like the American dream isn't what everyone anticipated it to be.
I want to read this comment real quick. Will, hey, that's just everything I've been reading recently as far as the facts I'm spitting.
There you go, Graham.
Same with Deb too as well. Leon Cooperman was a guy. I was doing some research because that name, like I said, I'm not well versed when it comes to a lot of stocks. I just like fighting for the little guy, for us. You know, there's no reason why we can't be out here winning too as well. Leon Cooper, we do some research on him. I saw he's a CEO of one of the hedge funds of Wall Street. One of the most, 77 years old white guy, rich, like we say all the time. Me and Manny, rush hour. What we'll say here, we are the cow, the sheep, the pigs. They have definitely been showing how they've been using us. Absolutely.
Yep.
Manny, what are your thoughts on it?
So we had this talk in pre-production. I'm like, I'm not really well versed on trading and stocks like that. But what I do realize is if I can lose billions and all I'm going to do is complain, I might be set up enough. I may be set up more than I might lead on to be. If I personally lose billions, I'm shutting everything down. I'm shutting everything down. Like, even then with this, even then with this whole situation, it taught me like, bro, you got to get your shit together. You got to be on top of your shit so you can see these things. I think a lot of people learn lessons about how this all went about, but to not be in it whatsoever, I am very intrigued now. I want to take advantage of the system like they take advantage of us every day. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to do my homework in the next few weeks, and I'm going to try to get some coin together and try to make something happen.
There you go. There you go.
If y'all not inspired, because a lot of people missed it, but if y'all not inspired to turn around and do some research more now than ever, because a lot of us, just like me, I wasn't really paying much attention, but like shit, that got my attention.
Yes, sir.
Like I see homies right now that they got in because they was paying the fucking attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a fucking kid in San Antonio that made 3 bands off of it. Like.
Exactly.
Is that he ain't on driver's license, made 3 bands, said I'm gonna cash out and reinvest my money. Like, do you know how that make me feel? I'm like, bro, they ain't teach me that shit in economics class, man. I might not been paying attention, but I know they didn't teach it. So, I mean, and it's sad I make light of it, but it's real shit. I really want to get in there, but like when you're coming up, like, hate to say, not that I came up from nothing. You know, everybody has things, but as far as what we're dealing with people in the stock market heavy, we do come up from nothing. And I feel like, you know, it's time we take advantage and learn and all that. 'Cause they play on our weaknesses, and lack of education is very much one of them.
Yeah, that's facts.
So, like, it's not even a thought about what they're doing, because they've been doing this to us for
exactly.
ever. It's more of a, let's all get educated and let's make this shit happen again and again and again. So,
Now, what you got?
Man, so I can just piggyback off of what Dev and Manny said. Like, education is everything. And when I found out about it, I did invest. You know, I bought some AMC stock. You know, it's up and down right now, but the whole Robin Hood thing, man, who is owned by Citadel LLC, and you know, Citadel and Point72, which is another group, they are the ones that actually invested that $2.75 billion back into
Melvin.
Yeah. And speaking of Melvin, so you know whose firm that is? Who's part of that firm? Plotkin, the Hornets owner.
One of the owners.
One of the owners, like one of the co-owners.
Yeah.
And like it may trickle down to like affecting the team. Like it may go into the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you really think so?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
bad?
mean, it's gonna affect the team, definitely.
As far as like maybe he has to sell off his ownership or his percentage of the team.
But how does that hurt if he sells off his percentage? I mean, the
it's-
Hornets aren't really. I mean, it's all basketball franchises. They're not that far up there.
No, they're not, but you still have a lot of players on that team who, you know, it may affect like salary cap, trade deadline, like it may affect a lot. But just with a owner or a co-owner playing with that type of money, I mean, he lost over 30% of his assets with that GameStop thing. And it's a lot of stuff they not televising.
Yeah.
And they not going to, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't expect us to read into it. But you got to. When you in the stock game, you got to read every single
what sucks
thing.
though? People like Donna Sterling sold and got off way better.
Man.
Way more better.
Man.
Well, he was, you know, he was forced too, because
We still got off way more better.
Yeah.
True.
He did.
So the thing is, we talked that, you know, it came out of what he said and did with those actions. You don't think he was in the stock market doing the same shit?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Double whammy.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
definitely.
I mean, that my whole take on it is just man, get into the stock market, man. It's messy right now. It's all over the place, but that's the perfect time to get in. I mean,
Educate yourself. Like,
yeah, you got to read up on it.
Start small.
I see it like going to Vegas, because I don't gamble with my money, and like if I'm going to Vegas, something like that, or going to MGM down the street, something like that. I don't like to gamble, and anything that I get that's me, I'm scared, because I don't have as much as, you know, that I want to put. You know, I don't have that much. So stock market is scary to me, and I think a lot of people identify with me that it's scary because you got what you have and you don't know a lot. And like, that was the message I was trying to push, to where we need to sit down and really study this.
Yeah.
And while you studying, stack some little coin on the side, and then go in and be careful.
But it's always a scary game, because it's
built for you to fail.
the inside traders know everything.
Exactly.
You know, and we not inside.
Another system built for you to fail.
Yeah, so the only advice I could offer is, like Dave just said, start low, start small. You know, invest in one stock every single paycheck you get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it, True.
And
Let's build our Blockbuster next, bro.
Hey,
But I want to
See
I want to shorten my turn. I want to shorten my turn because I didn't see Rick take his jacket off.
He ready.
He over there rubbing his hands
Rick
like
ready.
Birdman.
That's why he ready.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, pass that brown real quick.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
This
this
going to be good.
Pass that brown. My cup is empty. My cup is empty.
Sorry.
What's up, cuz?
Trying to see what my son.
Hey, Clay, what's good with you, baby?
That's my big cousin right there.
Yeah, I know him too as well. You the only one know a cousin in the family.
You know a couple.
This is true. All right, let's talk about this for a second. All right. The Reddit r/Wall Street Bets got shut down too as well.
Yep.
It got shut down. Now, why did it get shut down? They said it was hateful speech inside there. All right, so I have a huge fucking problem with that.
Yeah, we all do.
Is that one, you're on the internet, and anyone fan of anybody or any group, whatever, even in the BNY fan group, could be shut down due to somebody saying something that could go against community standards. The thing is that they've used the culture war as a reason to shut down the progress that was happening in the Wall Street Bets. That's a huge problem, and that's something that could go on more into the future. Now, remember last week we talked about Google versus Australia, as far as being paid for pretty much your news content that you produce,
right?
And Google has to do something to make sure that you're compensated for that. Now, if part of the game is that we're going to use the culture war, which is pretty much happening now live in the streets. We saw what happened on January 6th, QAnon, all that, and that's the game right there. They're going to use that. It's going to be hard to beat that shit.
No,
it's going to be
hard.
fucking hard. Like, we can just shut down you just like that because somebody said something in that we don't like, and now you have a 30-day ban, which means that your group's not working the way it was before.
Right.
Yep.
Problem with that. But second problem is to Google too as well. It was 100,000 negative reviews on Robinhood. They brought their rating down from 4+ stars to 1 star because of all the bullshit that happened. Was that?
I didn't see any on Google.
Because Google got rid of that shit. That's exactly why. Yes. Thank you for the alley. I duck that shit every single day of the week. God damn it.
I'm about to say that was a hell of a.
Hey, that was Kobe. That's Kobe the Shaq right there.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck was that? Honestly, these legitimate complaints about Robinhood stopped me from making money because I am who I am. I may be a firefighter, a salary of $45K a year. I got in because the group that I was in, we made some good trades, which is exactly what happens to Wall Street every single fucking day. They use the media to manipulate things. Like, let's take it back for a second. The movie Trading Places, we brought that up earlier. They used the orange juice stock. They manipulated that with certain people. Again, they got that stock to rise very, very high, and they sold all that shit, and they said they made so much money.
Yep.
Stockton Malone, some of that earlier too as well.
About Stockton.
Yeah, that was easy. Hey, Will, you should have been here. It's like he was here too as well. 100K reviews just wiped out. We just got rid of them. And what was the reason why? They said that it didn't really reflect the. They said they just review bombing Robinhood. No. 2 weeks ago, it was all good, baby.
Yeah.
Nobody was just hopping on there just do that shit. They did this because everybody's in cahoots.
Yep.
What George Carlin say? It's a big fucking club, and you ain't in it. And everybody watching this, I don't give a damn if you're Republican, Democratic, left, right wing, progressive. You vote for Trump, you vote for Sanders. This is attack on everybody that's not in that 1%.
Everyone.
And I've seen all over, I've seen all over social media. Maybe the first time I've seen a wide range of people all come together, but you know what? That's fucked up. Regardless of what your political opinions are.
Exactly.
This is an attack on everybody. And what's going to happen next? It's only going to get worse. If they can use a culture war and use certain things, hot button issues to shut down progress like we've seen here in Reddit bets, we got a huge problem and a huge fight on our hands. And I don't know if we can win that shit if we're divided.
But what's going to happen?
United,
Yeah,
you stand a chance. You stand a chance.
You know what's going to happen, right? Next week, Biden's going to start talking about reparations.
Please
Get
do.
everyone's mind off of this shit here. I promise you. It's going to be that bait and switch, bro. They're going to prop something up there for the American public to latch on to, and this shit is going to get
Stimulus checks.
I think
Swept under the rug.
it'd be stimulus checks. It won't be reparations. I think
Whatever
I think
a
lot of us people know them things ain't coming no time soon.
Nah.
Yeah, whatever it is,
They may not come at all.
it's going to be something that gets everybody's attention, and this is just going to get swept under the rug.
But Dev's not wrong. I mean, we've seen this happen before.
Exactly. It's the playbook, bro. It's in their playbook. Oh shit!
Yeah.
American public's uniting, the divides and the united front against us. All right, let's throw some low hanging fruit out there for them.
Yeah.
Maybe a cop will shoot somebody next week.
Oh, it'll happen.
Y'all not catching me slipping though. Not next time.
Just look out for it. That's all I can say. Because right now, everybody, like I've seen people all over my feed. I got a wide range of individuals on my page.
We may talk about current events, but when I get off this podcast in a few weeks when some shit pop, I'll be right back in that stock market.
Facts.
We gonna see what's gonna happen. I just watch out. Be vigilant. Keep your eyes open, and just make sure. Hey, Will, wow. Hey, just make sure that you don't keep your eyes off what's going on here.
And I'm gonna be right in line.
I still haven't had one.
Chicken sandwich.
Yeah, you
I
missed
had one
enough.
today.
Okay.
It's okay.
Chicken sandwich from where?
Popeyes. Sorry.
You never had one?
No, he's never
I
had
haven't
one.
had one.
I've had multiple, and
What you doing tomorrow? You going to Giant, right?
Oh my God.
And Popeyes apparently.
go to a Giant that's near
You
Popeyes.
going to Giant? There's one right there in Temple Hills.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
Let's close this out before we move on.
Right.
Us versus them. Keep that in mind. Keep that same energy. Remember that shit. Remember that. Now, us is everyone is listening that can attain this podcast. Because ain't no CEO, hedge fund billionaire listening to this shit.
Negative.
Nah. So, if you hear this, you are part of the resistance.
Stay
in the
vis-
words of John Connor.
Stay vigilant.
Hey,
Uncle Lou, you too, bro?
never had one. I mean, he a machine. He runs 13 miles
Oh,
back
yeah,
and forth
yeah,
everywhere you go.
This nigga's not polluting his body with
They
that.
put kale in it. He might eat one.
A veggie chicken sandwich with kale.
All right, bro.
Nah, for Lou,
the games.
for
For
Lou
the
to,
games.
for Lou to eat one, they gotta put honey bun icing on it.
Yes. Put honey bun icing on anything, that nigga will eat it.
Bro,
That's
bro,
crushing.
that's
Hey,
the key to my heart.
This man Lou Johnson, next smash or pass, honey bun.
Fucking love honey bun.
Let's get to Chad Wheeler.
He a bitch.
Damn.
Facts.
True.
Offensive lineman Chad Wheeler faces a charge of felony domestic violence waived by the Seattle Seahawks, NFL. Now, former Seahawks player Chad Wheeler was arrested Friday on suspicion of felony domestic violence after an incident at residence in the Seattle suburb. Police and court records say incident began around 9:44 p.m. in Kent, Washington, according to Kent Police. Prosecutors say Wheeler viciously attacked the victim in their bedroom, strangling her at times with both hands. Wheeler is also accused of strangling the victim twice until she lost consciousness. All right, let's stop right there. I don't need any more of this to read it because I'm familiar with the case. She lay there unconscious as Wheeler ate his fast food, and sipped on the smoothie. She got up from regained consciousness, went to the bathroom, came back, and Wheeler's like, "Oh, thought you were dead," as he just continued to sit there on the smoothie, sipping the smoothie. He was on medication, but at the same time, if you're, and I got to credit, first of all, I was on Words Unspoken earlier this week too as well. We had a great podcast, me, Austin, and Ty. And one thing Austin had said in the BNY group, he said that, hey, you're taking medication, not taking it is a choice. You know who you are without it. Mm-hmm. And he chose not to take his medication. Therefore, he allowed himself to be that person that he shouldn't have been. What'd he do? He beat this woman senseless to the point of almost killing her. Chad Wheeler never played another down in the NFL. I feel quite confident saying that. We saw what happened with Ray Rice too as well. Punch, elevator. Man's career was never the same from there. He's since done a lot to as far as public image to rehabilitate himself. At the same time, it was never as bad as the picture that was shown with her too as well. I would we've posted in the fan group page too as well. I'll pass off to Dev. What was your thoughts on this entire situation?
Damn.
I'll give you all the shots first since you first time back.
Okay, no doubt. All right.
Welcome to the podcast.
So initially, I was outraged. We all are against violence, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, women, wife beating. There's no room for that. There should never be any room for that in our society. I was appalled, bro, like, especially when it came out about the whole sitting down, eating, and then when she, you know what I'm saying, came to, like, I thought you were dead, but you're still alive. Like, that shit, that took me back, bro, to the time of this country's inception. You know what I'm saying? How black women, and just women in general, how they've been treated and marginalized for years. But it really took me back to, like, slavery, how they would use and abuse our ancestors, our great grandmothers and stuff, and treated them like they were nothing. And I mean, killing and beating a slave was nothing. I mean, you hear stories that's been passed down. These guys would do the exact same thing. They'd kill a slave, they pop open, you know what I'm saying, a cork in their brandy and take a sip, and they'd watch the flies swarm in. Like, it was tragic what they did. When I heard that statement, like, that he behaved in that manner, first thing I thought about was, you know what I'm saying, slavery. So I was appalled. Then the rest of the details came out, and this is where people probably going to not really like my take on it, but fuck it, it is what it is. I'm not, and this is my disclaimer. I'm not defending no boy at all. I'm not defending violence. What he did, he needs to serve time. He needs to go to jail for that shit. He needs to pay. On the other side, what needs to be brought up and what needs to be recognized is the impact of mental illness in our society. Now, yeah, he chose not to take his medication, and I believe she said he had an episode before the violence happened.
Personally with her?
No. He didn't, like, hit her. He just, like, spazzed.
But yeah, okay.
He went undrafted. He was actually a top lineman.
I know about the other incident. I'm gonna use that in my point when it's my turn.
But so obviously he knew who, like Rick said, he knew who he was outside the medication. So for him not to take it, I find an issue with that. But I'm gonna say this right now, coming from me personally, dealing with multiple people that has suffered or that suffers from mental illness, and just witnessing the change in their behavior. Once the details came out, not saying I agree, but when it came out that he was just sitting there eating as if nothing happened, I immediately thought it was almost like a me, myself, and Irene type situation. Jim Carrey. Like, that wasn't him sitting down eating. That was the mental illness at that point. Right? That's just my belief. At that point, for him, because it came out that when the police showed up, he was profusely apologizing in the bathroom with Shorty, like begging, making sure she was okay, apologizing. He fought the police because he was trying to make sure she was okay. And this is coming from the police. This is what his behavior was when they showed up. Like, he was fighting them because he wanted to get back to her to make sure she was okay. That's the duality of mental health. Right? Manic depressive bipolar disorder. Trust me when I say I've dealt with it. I've seen it. A person can flip a switch like that, and there'll be someone that you can't even recognize. Then you compound that with CTE. Right? CTE. You think about the sports athletes, the athletes in who we may be really comfortable with, who we know. Junior Seau, what did he do? He committed suicide. He was in a bad place. Chris Benoit, you know?
Oh, God. That story.
Yeah. But what were they all suffering from? CTE.
Aaron Hernandez. CTE.
It's been proven that when you suffer from that, your level of violence is increased 100-fold. And your level, and then not on that, but then your, your inhibitions are lowered when you're in that mental state. And you compound that with manic depressive bipolar disorder already, and there's a spectrum for that. So you got 1 up to 10. If you on the other side of that spectrum, that in itself is a whole problem. And then you see what I'm saying? And so it's like, yes, he needs to be punished, but mental illness needs to be addressed, and it needs to be taken serious, because you have situations like this that occurs in our society far too often that we don't hear about, because he isn't an NFL athlete, because he isn't a WWF, WWE wrestler, because he isn't a Hall of Fame linebacker. This shit is happening in homes daily, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be taken serious, because like, my heart goes out to Shorty, but to him, my heart goes out to that mental illness and him suffering from it, you know? And yeah, the medication thing does come in, but medication is a bitch. Medication is not here to heal or it's just to treat. And so he's never going to get better taking the medication. It's just to mask the symptoms. Something has to be done to where we actually are investing in finding a solution to these sort of illnesses. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Manny, what you think?
Following Dev, first time back, I think I should have wrote down my thoughts. Like, mental health is very important to me, and y'all will soon find out one of these days. But I still worry about the victim more than his mental health, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because this is not new. He had the USC incident, right, where he went undrafted. So that's your warning shot. You knew you needed to be on medication. Now I understand taking medication, finding the right concoction, staying level, like that's a whole thing. But at one point, do you take responsibility for your actions? You have there's things you do, as far as your, how you may lash out, you may not be yourself, you may do this, that, and the other, but you are physically causing harm to others.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how messed up I am, if I cause physical harm to others, I will be accountable for my actions.
True. I've
been more accountable for less things that I thought wasn't wrong with me, So, like, my thoughts and prayers are with the victim first. And I say the victim, we're not talking about the fucking football player. And some people would be like, well, she should have known this. No.
Let's not victim blame.
Yeah. This man knew what he needed. He did it, and he didn't take it. Now, the reason he didn't take it, that could be a whole nother story, because people that take medication for mental health things, they don't like how they feel sometimes. They don't like waking up being a zombie. But if your reaction to not taking your medication threatens a life, I don't see how, multiple times, I don't see how you can omit not taking it. I really don't. Right. No matter how big you may feel. And like, as Shannon Sharp said, he ain't really a stud. We ain't know about him.
Right.
Even then with the Ray Rice thing, when Ray Rice did what he did, I don't even know the timeline before he got put on ESPN and Fox Sports and all that stuff. But it was a lot less than the past. It was that 4 or 5 days before anybody heard anything about it. The only reason everybody heard something about it, somebody was like, hey man, my man's in Seattle fucked up. Yeah. Y'all should look at that shit. So, that situation has so many layers to it. Yeah. And I honestly I can't put my thoughts together to effectively say what I want to say about the whole thing. But we do know there's a lot of other factors that goes to how that came out, how this man will be punished. And at this point, the NFL hands are tied to follow an example for something they set once then. And I feel like it's not like I feel like with the NFL, it's not like a well, this is the standard. This is what's going to happen. It feels like the NFL's going to be like, well, you know, if we let you off easy, they going to bring up the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's sad within itself, too. You don't need to see pictures to sympathize and empathize, in my opinion.
I could have did without that picture.
You can react. I think a lot of us could have did without that picture.
Yeah.
It needed to be seen, though.
I mean,
True.
So,
True.
like, I do have the utmost respect for people who go through mental health issues and stuff like that. Like, I have a story I'm not ready to share yet, but I have respect. But when I'm still living my life, a lot of people still living theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what compels you to not take your medicine if you know your trigger can lead up to damn near loss of life. I don't know that. It's a lot of, and this is just coming to the forefront, you know.
Right.
I got, just like Dev said, I'm not trying to shed that blame on somebody, but at this point you got to be accountable for your actions. You know, you should have kept taking it, and I hope we as a whole get to learn mental health better, or you know, we can, you know, overcome stuff like that. But at the same time, bro, you gotta be held accountable for your actions. If I did that, if I were in a mental health situation and I did that to a woman, I don't care. In my right mind, if I'm in my right mind, I need to be held accountable for my actions.
Absolutely.
That woman deserves justice.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I read some comments before we get to Nell?
Yeah.
Lou, we got you. You've been going off over here, so I'm gonna read your comments on Facebook. They did Ray Rice bad compared to this situation. They ran Ray Rice video back to back to back. Didn't let Americans forget. Lou's not defending Ray Rice, but this story about Chad barely being out there is Jack Quiet. Dev, a question for you, and I'll let you meditate on this one as we go over to now. Do you think the NFL knew of his illness, and if so, do you think they should have done something besides his medicine? Jerry Jones made a decision to have handlers around Dez Bryant after he got into with his mom years back when Dez was the Cowboys. Lou, again, it's crazy. It's not news because he's not a so-called star, but he's still a professional athlete. It shouldn't matter for us to see that or to hear that some bullshit. I'm gonna fill into there. The excuse. I'm just keep reading. The excuse he's not a star is bullshit. It shows you what the media really wants you to see and know. And my man Clayton said facts. If you did it, Manny, they will fry you.
Exactly. But before you turn over, can I say like two more things?
Yeah, you got it.
So when Lou said something about Dez Bryant getting handled with care and all that, that nigga made Jerry Jones money. We know that's why that happened. Also, like,
True.
I hate to say it.
It's not true. You want to cut Dez Bryant?
I hate to say it like this, but we comparing this situation to the wrong motherfucker. We comparing this to Ray Rice. Nah, this some Ray Caruth shit.
Yeah. It is.
This some Ray Caruth shit.
Yeah. Ray Caruth for Panthers wide receiver.
Yeah.
Then he killed his baby mama, right?
Yeah. Now, back then, that's the 90s, right? Late 90s, early 2000s?
That's 90, that's 97, 98. Yeah.
Now, I think there's some mental health issues within that too, but there's some CTE within that too. But that's back then when no one cared about that shit.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
So like, I hate that we comparing this situation to the Ray Rice situation. Nah, bro. Ray Rice did sock the shit out that girl.
Facts.
But Ray Caruth,
he took it next step further than what old boy did.
This is closer to Ray Caruth than
old
it is.
boy was on his way to a Ray Caruth. Not trying to be funny, but he was.
I want to read a comment here. AJ said, "It's always about the money, though. He needs to be put into the jail." Now, he's right about the last part, but it's always about the money. Yes, but
have you not been
I think the way that question needs to be phrased more is about the talent of an individual. Is it worth what they did?
I mean, we know it's not worth it.
Like in the Super Bowl, we know Tyreek Hill's had some issues. He has some issues in college too as well. Some issues in the pros. But with Tyreek Hill, there was never any pictures or video or anything like that. Not saying he ever did anything because everything was alleged. I'm just throwing it out there. But if something actually were to shown from that, then it'd be a little bit different. Once you have video and picture evidence, it changes everything.
What about someone that was actually convicted of? Ben Roethlisberger.
Another one. There it is.
Convicted.
But no one saw that. There was no face to the victim.
He was convicted. He was guilty. Convicted in a court of law of what he did.
Mm-hmm. The bathroom. The bathroom.
Mm-hmm. And where is he still?
Convicted. 41 million next year.
Okay. So, hey, to Manny's point, or to and what AJ is saying, if it's someone who's making you some dough and he is a public face, a public figure, their approach to, concerning him is going to be completely different.
And Kareem Hunt was way different too as well, because Kareem Hunt, we saw the video.
Yeah.
I'm saying
the video in the hotel hotel hallway.
Right. It's not right though. I mean, I hope they don't think that we're trying to justify this.
Ray Rice. The only reason Ray Rice was because of the video.
Yeah. Well, like, a crime is a crime.
But there's levels to this shit.
We understand that, but I'm just.
But like you said, it's the talent.
And the talent level too as well.
Who is the person that's getting in trouble? You think about throughout the years in the NFL, just because we're talking about this. Think about the years in the NFL. Think about the problems the Cowboys had back in the 90s. All the drugs that they were doing in that locker room that they found out about.
Quincy Carter.
Quincy Carter.
Bro, they literally like knew these cats was wilding out doing all of this illegal shit, but it was what?
Hey, babe.
What's up, Keanu?
The reason that those guys is getting out there and producing for them, it was like, it became a joke.
Yeah.
Never mind the seriousness of it, it just became a joke. Because of why? Michael Irvin's a Hall of Famer. So, you know, I'm not defending anything. I'm not saying anything is more right or more wrong, but Ben Roethlisberger was convicted of his crimes, and he's still in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
But then you have certain people that say, I don't know, who was charged with a crime but wasn't convicted. Okay, AB situation. He was charged with, you know what I'm saying, with the girlfriend and all type of wild shit, but he was never convicted. But look what they did to AB. They drug him.
He headed to the Super Bowl.
He headed to the Super Bowl now. So it's like he said, it's levels to this shit. My man Chad Wheeler, not my man, but Chad Wheeler, he's a perennial backup.
True.
We lose nothing from losing you. You're not a face of anything. You're not making me. People aren't going out.
What? Don't, AJ, don't go there, AJ.
Not this week.
He trying to gas
don't go
Not
there,
this
man.
week.
He's trying to gas right now.
I'm just. It's levels to this shit. It is straight up.
And honestly, the whole Kobe Bryant thing, I'm willing to talk about that one, but we're not going to do it this week. We're not going to do it right now because that's a whole nother podcast for another day. Now, your thoughts on everything, Chad Wheeler.
I agree with my man AJ. He need to be put under the jail. Mental issue on that, because if you go back to like all of the DUIs out here and all of the people who've been killed in car accidents because of drunk drivers and everything. If I tell Manny right now, you know, I don't think you should drink because you could hurt yourself or others tonight. You know, so I don't think you should drink. And he decided to drink anyway. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid he get into an accident and kill somebody. That was on him. You know what I'm saying? He chose to still go under that influence and drive out. Just like Chad Wheeler. He know that if he don't take his medicine, he could possibly injure or kill another person.
True. Yeah.
And he almost did it. He did injure somebody.
And then
he made that decision.
And in that respect, if I went to jail and said I had a mental health disorder, that's what happened.
Right.
What's what happened to me?
Gin pop.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yup.
It ain't no protective custody.
Yeah, nah.
You going in gin pop.
I don't do nothing for the people. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, big dog.
I don't feel no sympathy for him.
Hey, this is what I was talking about earlier. Lou said Dev, they picked him up. He first was picked up by the Giants. Just clearly something that was wrong with him. He was undrafted. Like I said, he was one of the top linemen in the pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When and then he wouldn't have drafted for a reason because there was already warning signs before there.
Exactly.
USC incident.
So back to the question, I'll direct it back to you.
Right,
We'll wrap this up here. What do you think the NFL is doing enough for these guys that have mental health issues? Now this is taking a little away from Chad Wheeler here. We already dragged him. We already said this man chose not to take his medication. Regardless, he has to suffer. He has to do his time for his punishment. But as far as mental illness in the NFL, do you think that the NFL is doing enough for a lot of these guys from a lot of incidents we have seen in the past decade or so?
So, to answer the question, real quick, yes, they knew about his mental health issues, Lou. They do full analysis of all these players that's coming out, and if you have mental health issues, if you have behavior issues, they take all that stuff into account. And it definitely affects your draft position. So they knew he was suffering from that mental health illness. Me personally, I don't believe I'm gonna say this. I don't believe outside of the field, the NFL is doing enough to address their players' mental health illnesses. You have, however, seen them investing a lot of time, money, and effort into shaping their helmets and making them more protective, right? So they're trying to do more to prevent the issue as far as CTE goes, but they're not doing enough to address the issue. And that's the difference.
Screenings.
Yeah. Like daily, like screen, like, you know what I'm saying? They need to be doing these things like just as often as they're doing COVID tests, like before games, during games, after games, and throughout the week. I'm not saying you got to do it as often, but I do believe that there needs to be a dedicated professional, which they have team doctors, especially when there's players that may be more prone to these types of issues, or if you have reports that a player's suffering from it, you need to be doing more psychological evaluations as well as, you know what I'm saying, brain scans and things of that nature. To answer the question, no, I don't think the NFL is doing enough to address and treat their players outside of the field.
And you know what? I mean, we've seen how many retired athletes have had to sue the NFL? They had to band together to get the basic rights that they should get from, hey, I put my life on the line for you, billionaire owner, playing this game to make you money. And of course, that, I got some payback from that. But the pay in the 90s compared to now, even for a lot of players now, is not anything close to like a lot of the top level guys get. I mean, don't forget the average NFL career is only, 3 years?
3 years.
And these guys aren't getting paid big money. No,
the average player is not.
I'm friends with a couple of these individuals on Instagram right now. Like, it's not. They're not like NFL players they're not like NBA players where you walk, or baseball players, you walk in guaranteed contract, like you're guaranteed to make this amount of money, you're set for life. Or if you don't make money in NBA, you can still go overseas and make a decent amount. There's nothing else. There's the NFL, and that's it. Or you're selling cars, or you work in an enterprise.
Right.
Like it's a profession that needs to be taken care of, especially for how big it is on Sundays. They own a day of the week. The NFL owns a day of the week. So yes, the 32 and Roger Goodell, you gotta take care of your people. You gotta make sure that things like this don't happen. You gotta make sure you gotta be in someone's ass. You gotta see them take medication every single day.
Exactly.
I want to see you pop that pill before practice every day. We have your medication. You show up here for practice.
Thank you.
You pop that pill.
Thank you.
Swallow. Good to go.
This is part of your contractual agreement. You come in here daily, or before or after practice. You take your medication. This is in your contract. If you don't take it, you're not on this team.
Contract's null and void.
No, you're done.
What do you do the other few months out the year they're not coming in training camp?
You still show up. You still collecting a check.
Yeah.
There are game checks. That's true too as well. But the contracts are written for the whole entire year. Like Patrick Mahomes can't go bungee jumping or skydiving. in the off season.
Yeah,
because it's in this country, you can't do high risk activities.
These other rich people worried about the hell they doing when the off season hit. They trying to go out to the Turks and Caicos they themselves.
True.
Okay, so the owner needs to be there himself to watch it happen.
I mean,
you can employ people to make that happen. That's where you have player development.
That's more money out of my pocket as a millionaire who run the team.
As every team has player development individuals on their roster. That's what they're there for. Personnel development. That's what they're there for.
All right, give me 5 people.
From every single team?
No, just 5 people.
I can give you Doug Williams right now from Washington football team. He's personnel development
For
Washington.
How'd that go with the Haskins?
It's 2 separate issues. That's 2 separate issues. Now, what we said that this isn't. We don't know if this is happening or not. Now, Jerry Jones assigned a man to Dez Bryant to make sure that things were going as such.
Yeah. Because
to make sure
he's
someone
protecting his investment. But if you don't invest shit in them and you just
then you're a shitty ass owner. And there's a lot of shitty owners. I'm not defending these people.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know.
The thing is that this is what should happen.
Is it going?
Is it happening? Obviously not. But it should happen. We should make sure that people are taking their medication and just taking their word for it. And if you have $100,000 into an individual, you should make sure that that asset is being protected as such.
I'm just saying there's jobs out here who put less into their employees, and if they have mental health issues, they cannot do their job effectively. They won't let them do their job effectively until they're cured and they're fine, or until they show and continue to show stability. But that when you have like the NFL don't care about that,
and that's the problem. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. We're all in agreement.
Yeah, and something should be done for that. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but I mean, we just be honest. We got so many problems in the world. I don't think that's gonna be in the forefront anytime soon.
Well, we're talking about one particular issue in one particular genre.
Yeah, I mean, but until Tom Brady develops a mental disorder and fucking slaps Giselle upside her head, nobody doing nothing about nothing.
So you saying that somebody
prolific, someone prolific has to fuck up royally for them to. Like someone's golden boy is gonna have to fuck up royally for somebody to see like, hey, this is a real issue.
I definitely agree with that. When you have somebody of a huge name that it really fucks up, then a spotlight gets bigger on it. Yeah, I mean that's for sure, and absolutely.
It can't be somebody who uses the same sunscreen lotion as me, which means I don't wear sunscreen and stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Exactly. I saw you in tanning bed last week, man. What are you talking about?
Damn.
You didn't.
I drove past like that, man.
I'm not even gonna let you run with that. That was stupid.
Hey, we gonna switch this up completely. So, the first half of this podcast, it was we had to take care of some things. Yeah, we had no choice.
We had to take the trash out.
We had to take the trash out. Let's have some fun,
please.
I know, Manny. I know how much you love having fun too, as well.
Yes.
All right. So I got a question. Let's move on to BNY versus Internet.
Last time we did this, I had peppers and I fucking died.
Would you like a pepper? We could change it up.
Absolutely
no. I got some ghost peppers aside, man.
If I get COVID, I'll do it because you can't taste shit.
Damn. God forbid.
All right, question. I'm just throw it up. Whoever catch it will catch it. If your significant other wanted to start an OnlyFans, what would you say and how would you react?
Me first.
Now this ain't a pass. This ain't something on the fringe. This is like this is baby girl right here.
Me first, nigga.
Okay, all right, just make sure. Make sure the scene is set.
You
set
got
the scene. 3,000 degrees. What you got?
I literally just had this conversation. Hell nah. And then like,
well, what's the content you showing? So what if she only showing feet?
Nah, she's showing. No, it's an OnlyFans. She's trying to start an OnlyFans. Like,
nah, but I get where Dev is going with this.
Nah,
like,
she ain't doing feet.
Like,
she doing everything. Come on now.
Everything,
Pussy
right?
popping on the handstand.
Hey, everything.
So I'll have this conversation with the woman. If this was a thing, how would you feel if I did it? And the conversation.
She wouldn't care.
No, I kind of shit. What you think? That's what the conversation is.
I'm asking the question. Like, she don't care about that.
Oh,
she want to do her own thing.
Nah,
she ain't out here doing anything crazy.
She ain't gonna say that.
I'm building the question.
She ain't gonna say
you're
that.
building in blocks that not answer the question correctly.
From experience, maybe.
Ooh.
She has no idea. She doesn't care what the hell you do. She says she wants her OnlyFans.
Okay, we can make
How do you feel about that?
We can make it a competition and see who make the most money, but at the same time, you in another hole. You've downgraded yourself. You're not to say you're less than the woman. You're just not my woman.
Yeah.
Because you know.
So you would break up with your significant other over OnlyFans?
I'm gonna stay with her and show her I made more.
So you're gonna do it too as well?
Do it to it.
Yeah.
That would be a fair position.
I mean, nah, because I have other obligations. I have other
Absolutely.
I've been seen in other lights to where I can't do that, and I have some questionable scars on my body. We say scars. I'm very much identifiable for people who've seen those. So I'm not trying to do it OnlyFans. I just know if I did it OnlyFans, I'd be fucking good at it.
Manny gonna be out there with an anonymous mask.
Hey.
No face, no case. No face, no case.
I know that scar.
I know that.
Remember. We'll say what Lou said was everything. Everything. I'm talking everything. OnlyFans. Everything.
All the things.
I'm not
Now,
a fan.
what you got?
I don't know, bro.
That means
Are you gonna stop individual from being a capitalist from wanting to make a little bit of money in this country?
Yeah. If it's not benefiting me, yeah.
Some of the money's going to you too as well.
Even if it does benefit somebody, no.
Now, if I'm in the OnlyFans with her,
No.
So you can't
That brings the price
into?
down. That brings the price down.
No, it doesn't.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they don't want to see him. They want to see her.
Have you had?
Man.
Are you on OnlyFans?
I'm asking the question here. I'm basing the question.
Ray Mysterio,
Answer that.
it's a no for me.
Why is that?
Nah, bro. I mean, first of all, I have a wife, bro. So no, ain't nobody else seeing that. Now, if I had a girlfriend, we could talk about it.
No, y'all. See, y'all.
Hold a second. That's a little bit different. They don't pay taxes together. So
When the last time any of y'all niggas had a girlfriend?
It's been a while.
Exactly. This is my question to answer. So,
2012.
so, nah, like, even then, if you have a girlfriend, you're talking about this is the girlfriend that you're trying to, maybe graduate one day and be more than said girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
She paying for the wedding.
why I want to share you for the world? Why a woman want a man to be for the streets? It go both ways. Niggas get hurt quicker than a woman get hurt or some shit.
That's true. That's very true.
So all y'all niggas need to say no.
That's not wrong at all.
I said no.
I know, I'm just saying, like, Ricky trying to make somebody convinced, like, yeah, I'm hard, I can do this. Nah, nigga, you can't handle
I
that.
ain't saying. I'm asking questions. I ain't convinced. I'm just asking. Look, man, I'm looking at the feed. I'm asking questions.
Well, I'm telling
Dad,
you.
what you got?
No, that's a no for me.
See?
Sir.
Now, why is it a no?
There's absolutely no. First of all, I'm not even addressing you, Rick. It's my motherfucking wife. I don't need to give a soul a reason why I say no, because I don't want my wife doing no shit like that.
Nah.
But for the sake of the pod, nah, bro. Like Dale said, man, like that's me.
Yeah.
That's if I wanted niggas to see my wife, I'd post the shit that she sent me.
You be on some Joe Budden shit with his he used to do with his women.
Harry.
Yeah. I'm like Joe like
I'm not,
And I appreciated it.
yeah, Joe. Salute.
To Harry.
It's
I'm not doing no shit like that, bro. You not about to rock like that. Like, and then for me, other than just not wanting niggas to see my wife, like,
Girl.
and again, it's not like you're not gonna throw shade. You don't want to throw shade to the women that's out there getting it how they choosing to get it. You do how you do it. It is what it is.
Uncle Lou
Hey,
tripping.
Manny, read that one, please. You close to the screen.
He said, shit. This day and age, girlfriends come a dime a dozen. Bitch, clap that ass. You're looking in the wrong place, bro. You're looking in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're
look.
looking in the wrong place.
I'm not surprised to be reading that from
I'm
you.
really
You're
not.
looking in the
I'm really
wrong
not.
place. Now,
I'm
like,
not doing it.
if I give you the title of girlfriend, you are literally on your way to something more, you know? Hey,
Hey, Lou, I'm looking at the camera. I ain't gonna lie. When I built this question, I had you in mind being on the podcast right here to answer this shit too as well. That's for you, baby.
I couldn't
as
do
much
it.
as y'all joked about me being future a year ago, No.
No, we got a new future now.
I couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
for me, I'm like, look, nah, I can't do all that. Nah, I can't. Now, the thing is that I respect the fact that any woman out there doing that, like, I got no problem. Like, do it. You got OnlyFans. You can just be taking pictures, like, clothes on, everything. I don't care.
You didn't say that.
I'm just saying in general. But if it was all that right there, if it was everything as OnlyFans, as we see OnlyFans can be, I don't have to co-sign that. I don't have to be with you for that, because, like I said, I don't want to share somebody I'm with the entire world.
Right.
Do you want to be famous for your penis?
I mean, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
The golden penis.
That's the most famous.
The man's super famous for it. He passed away, didn't he?
I don't know.
No, he didn't pass away. He got in trouble.
I don't.
Some
underage stuff.
That's gross.
See,
Jesus, he might as well have died.
went away quietly.
Epstein Island.
No, get out of here.
No.
I don't.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, but no.
I was like, holy fuck.
Please, no, that would Epstein.
Congratulations, you reached 100 messages on Reaching Chat. Hey, Lou had like 95
Thanks,
of them.
Man, what?
Appreciate you, Lou.
Hey, Lou, we got a trophy today because of you. We're gonna send that your way.
Give me your roses.
All jokes aside, I'm gonna say no. Lou says, but I would think about it.
Oh yeah, you would think about it.
So
Definitely.
Lou,
Yeah.
a pimp named William.
Pimp named Will.
I'm just saying, you don't want to be.
Say it with me now.
You don't want. Hey, there you go. Throw it. Yeah, hit me in the face with some goddamn money.
You got to say the whole thing.
This is what we want to see, Lou.
Hit me in the face with some goddamn money.
Now, like Nell said, if I can be in it, I might think about it a little bit.
What would you do in it?
Why would you want to be in it though?
No,
What are you doing in it?
I'm not saying I would.
He holding the camera.
My hands be shaky and shit.
Put that bra back on.
I can't with y'all.
Bitch, you ain't this nasty with me. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Clay, appreciate you, baby. Clay, appreciate you. Nah, but yeah, it's like I said, I'm all for a hustle, but it doesn't mean I need to be there for the hustle too. So if you want to do that, then
Bitch better cut some grass.
Nah, yeah.
I ain't gotta do all that.
I'm trying to be a politician one day. They already brought up Melania's past, bro. I don't need you posting a link to my wife's OnlyFans.
Even Drake's on the IG.
Hey.
You get famous, it's a wrap.
What was the actual question? I missed it. Don't worry about it. You want to rewind? I'm not gonna ask you the question right now.
You not-
You two.
He
You
gonna
look
say
too
some
close to
wild
home.
shit.
Yeah.
AJ looks too close to home for this question. I ain't got time for that shit.
At the end of the day, AJ, you'll never be on the OnlyFans.
I'll let Rich have OnlyFans. See, this is why I didn't want to do this right here. See, now that hurts a little bit different.
All right, bro.
That sting a little bit.
Hey, Ricky, you want to make a drive tonight?
Down to Virginia Beach.
You gotta
Phone
go.
call be a lot quicker.
Trying to go to Bow Beach? Nah, it's not the same satisfaction. We
Like,
trying to
damn, Rick got down there. The hour and a half.
come to Bow Beach.
Hey, so you see the next topic. All right, so Fat Joe versus DJ Khaled.
I don't know this.
Someone explain this to me. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so
That's my line, Austin. That's my line. That's my line.
damn, BNY South took that away from you.
I am BNY South.
East Atlanta, Zone 6, baby.
Stop.
All right, so DJ Khaled versus Fat Joe. What could that mean? Immediately you think like something with music, right?
Weight loss.
A light skin battle?
It's not. No, it's not that. It's not weight loss. It's not music. It's not an eating contest either, Lou.
These are all good guesses.
These are all really great guests.
So these niggas
That's a
slapping
great
all
guess.
of each other and sumoing. What's going on?
They're not doing it either.
That's bad.
They're playing basketball against each other
Oh God.
on OnlyFans.
Well, DJ Khaled's terrible.
What?
On OnlyFans.
They're playing basketball against each other, 1-on-1
Naked?
on OnlyFans.
Why?
Why?
Okay.
OnlyFans. First of all,
Why
OnlyFans is more than just women getting naked and shaking
before
ass.
you,
Yeah,
take the OnlyFans out. Fat Joe for the win.
No. We're gonna put the OnlyFans back in here.
I don't want to do this.
I've seen DJ Khaled.
Can
play
I read that
basketball.
contract?
I'm going Fat Joe.
It's terrible.
He's not the best. Which one?
We all know who he's talking
That's
about.
a good one.
Hey, Khaled versus Fat Joe. Who you got
Fat Joe.
in basketball?
Fat Joe.
Game to 11.
Fat Joe.
I've seen Khaled play.
Yes.
Have you seen Fat Joe play?
Yes.
See him down at the Rucker?
I haven't.
Man,
I just haven't.
I don't want to speak about the Rucker.
Oh, it's so good.
What do you think he meant by that line?
He might have been down there watching DJ Khaled.
He was Terror Squad.
He was.
Yo.
No, I just.
Oh, man.
Yo, Fat Joe going to hit with that lean back right hook. You ain't gonna
I seen that.
Thank you, Lou. I was trying to let Dave live on that one.
He did say that.
Lou stopped the show. He said, "Please address that."
Hey, you said something about body oil too as well.
Yeah, I was
I
just
said,
about
well,
to
they're going to slap each other with body oil and
Why
He
they
repeated. Oh my God!
And sumo wrestling.
Why does the Gold Couch get these people?
Would you watch it if they did that?
absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
But we
old
talking
time
about
subscription.
OnlyFans. Look, I'm gonna say this right now. I didn't know OnlyFans had shit other than naked bitches on there.
And that's why I brought it up. That's why I led
That's
into
what
that
I'm saying.
conversation.
So when you say they doing it on OnlyFans, I'm thinking these niggas that desperate. Like
There's people cooking on there. There's people drawing pictures on there and everything.
I didn't know that. Like
You wanted to see DJ Khaled and Fat Joe. He wanted to see those.
Call them out.
Hey,
no. I'm thinking
no,
the prerequisite to be on OnlyFans is you gotta at least show 20% skin. That's what I'm thinking.
You wanted them to get naked and spray butter flavored Pam on each other and play basketball.
olive oil. Pam.
Hey, what AJ said right there is right. OnlyFans just paid Instagram. That's all it is.
I
It
didn't
is.
know that. I literally, no bullshit, all jokes aside, I thought OnlyFans was just a naked website. Like,
Nah, it's in
I didn't
there.
know. So when you say they playing on OnlyFans,
Yeah.
my mind is, these niggas desperate. I thought DJ Khaled was doing well for himself. Like, what
Major Key
happened?
Went from Major Key to Major D.
Yo, it wasn't
Hey,
that I
salute that
wanted
shit.
to.
No, we're not.
DJ Khaled made.
It's not that I wanted to
Oh,
see it. It's just that, like, yo, I was concerned. Like, damn, these niggas are really falling on hard times. Like, what's going on in the world of hip hop that these niggas got to go on OnlyFans to make some money?
Yeah, why?
Who that? Oh, it's Lou right there.
Man, you wanted to see somebody shirtless.
Hey, you on OnlyFans right now?
That nigga gonna have one by the end of the year. Watch, I promise you.
Just like Lou. Just like Lou.
Lou already
no
got
shirt on.
OnlyFans. Y'all don't even know it.
I bet he took that shirt off before he hit call.
Call these niggas real quick.
Call these niggas real quick.
Each other. Because he heard it was on an OnlyFans page. So he can only think of the most wildest skin showing thing and said it.
That scenario is the only
There was
one
nothing else
possible.
about OnlyFans
That
made
Temple
for
Hills Giant
having
idea,
this
just forget
motherfucker
about it,
be
bro.
Bailey don't even want to get pie-pies with him no more.
Hey,
Nah,
Lou
bro.
should have been up here. Lou should have been here.
Lou, you should have been here, man.
I should have been there.
He ran out of shirts.
Man said you ran out of shirts.
They're ripping them off all
Hey,
week.
there it is right there. What AJ say?
Yeah.
Hey, hold a second. $29.99 for Uncle Lou shirtless.
See? He fucking up. He fucking up the money right now.
Did you see the comment?
Big need to
Did
be
you
selling
see
this
that?
content. He fucking up.
$29.99 for Uncle Lou
Bro.
shirtless.
It's 11 months till Christmas, bro. You need to calm down, bro. We can't buy you no more tank tops.
BNY is getting
Tank
on
top
this
screaming lotto. I don't fit you.
Alright, cuz I'm gonna hit you back. Alright.
He said $40 is $40. BNY's gonna get an OnlyFans.
$40 is $40.
Oh my God.
Miko,
hey Miko, what's going on with you, baby?
Hey,
recover.
What's up, Miko?
Yeah, get your boys, Miko, bro. Get your boys.
Yes.
But yeah, I am willing to bet any amount of money that Fat Joe is going to beat him.
Definitely.
At least by 6 points.
I bet the stack on this table right here.
Yeah.
It's
6 points.
Are they playing skunk rules? Because I believe that Fat Joe going to get to 7. And it's going to be a skunk at that point.
Rick.
7-0 skunk.
Skunk don't count when they both get out of breath and the game don't end. The game ends.
My thing is that the cardio.
I literally saw DJ Khaled do a fucking airball layup.
Yep. Don't trust niggas that don't eat pussy.
Hey, you know what that is? It's the same thing them dudes at the. Oh my God!
Hey, he said that shit so smooth though.
Yeah, he did.
Right. Don't do what?
Huh? What?
I missed
Hey,
it.
this nigga Manny Wild nigga said no.
Say that for the BNY rewinds.
To be on.
All right.
Hey, did you timestamp it? Oh well.
Hey, what's that? 140. You got it. Dude. I was about to say. Hey, you wild. God, what was I about to say? Oh, Bill, Billets, pool. Maybe that's all Cali was doing all these years. Acting like he couldn't play ball, so he could ball up Fat Joe one time.
That's a lot of dedication.
No, that nigga been the best for like 10 years. That's not what he did.
No,
To fake like he couldn't play, he had to be doing that for years.
Hey,
bro, he ain't-
all for this one moment. All my training is paid off.
He knew that he was gonna play him on OnlyFans 10 years ago. He could never play basketball.
I call that a major key.
Never.
That's a major key.
That's beyond. That's next level.
That's a
Major key,
That's a
major-
Doctor Strange key.
Yeah.
That nigga got the time stone. He went ahead in 14 million scenarios and seen the one that he could beat Fat Joe in. Like, what are you talking
With those headphones on.
Hey, he did all that faking for just to be Fat Joe in basketball. Hey, look, they were Terror Squad together. Who knows what happened behind the scenes? He got tired of him talking shit. Tony Sunshine out there too as well. Remy Ma, all of them.
There's no money on the line.
I'll take Randy
Austin.
Mile over both of them on the court.
Look, the question is, are y'all gonna get OnlyFans to watch the game?
No.
I already got OnlyFans
Why?
You do?
because I make my shirts on there.
Oh. How does that work?
Hey,
You guys subscribe.
Well, shit.
become a gold member.
Hey, Uncle Luke's in the sweatshop making sweatshirts for this man now.
To rip off.
Just to rip off.
Bring out, hey, Miko, bring out Lucille. Hey, classic episode of The Fresh Prince 2 as well. Let's move on from here.
I won't be watching, by the way.
Nah, I don't give a damn about this game at all. I just thought it was funny just to bring up.
I'm gonna watch the highlights afterwards. Somebody go put it on YouTube.
And the final score was 4-2 after 3 minutes of basketball. All right, so we got White versus herself.
Your manager, bro. What?
Hey, the money's a side effect.
Hey,
Hey, man. It's about to snow this weekend. I ain't trying to take the pictures. I'm just going to tell them what to do. Get your money. Break me off. 20% of funds. Nothing extra.
there you go. Good cleanup.
All right, so White versus herself. What does that mean? What is that? Okay, so let's get to this. Wife reportedly stabs husband after confusion over old pics of them having sex. All right, let me read a little bit here. A woman flew into a rage and stabbed her husband when she found out what she thought were snaps of him on his phone having sex with another woman, who happened to be her when they were dating years ago. Police responded last week to reports of a domestic dispute at the couple's home in Sonora, I think it's California, I want to say, where they discovered the man with multiple stab wounds on his arms and legs.
Damn.
His wife, identified as Lorena A., reportedly went ballistic when she found the explicit photos on his phone showing them having sex with who she thought was another woman. Without asking about the photos, Lorena allegedly began attacking her shocked husband, identified as Juan N., who finally managed to wrestle the knife from her hands and asked her what set her off, Dalla reported. So, the man sitting there probably, I don't know, watching the game one night, eating dinner,
Playing FIFA.
Yeah, something like that. You know.
I know what my phone
And next you know, you
That's not when it happens.
see a woman running at you with a knife,
I can't even.
and it starts stabbing you up. Ha 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 ha. And then you're like, "Oh, babe, what you doing? Let me wrestle that knife away."
Black and Hispanic people are ready for that, so it's not like, oh no, what's going on? So,
Hey, you stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
yeah, stay ready, can't get ready.
Juan then told Lorena that the woman who she thought had been cheating with was actually her from years ago when they were dating. Now, there's a couple things that unravel here.
You missed some key points from that story though.
Missed some key points. I just been reading the story as is. But man, I'll let you fill in some of those key points here. One, how different do you look now?
That was my first thought.
I am the worst example about how I looked 15 years ago.
You?
Yes,
Were
I'm
you
the worst
15 pounds
example.
lighter?
No, I was probably like 6 pounds lighter. I look exactly the fucking same. I
Black
got
don't crack,
like 2
baby.
gray hairs right here. Black don't crack. So I'm the worst
There
one.
you go.
Hey, man, take over the conversation. Hold on 1 second.
All right, so
What's up?
old girl did this, right?
Hey, what's good?
We're gonna go.
Hey.
We can go 2 routes with this. So we'll pass it to you. How would you
I'm on
feel?
BNY right now live.
What would you do?
Third BNY
Oh my
topic.
God. While I'm live on the
Okay.
podcast.
You, because like you know I'm unapologetic. I'll say what I gotta say.
BNY
What's that?
topic number 3.
Okay.
Bro, like, yo, you stabbing me?
Oh, I got Super Bowl. Oh, I'm not ready Monday. Monday.
Mute
I'm Super
yourself,
Bowl.
nigga.
That's true.
All right.
Monday,
Thank you.
I'll let you know.
Okay, go ahead.
Bro.
Still doing research.
Is this one of those circumstances where like self-defense is like a legitimate thing, where you won't be strung up and viewed as a wife beater? Like, and not saying
You don't
that
gotta be a wife. Saying you. I would like to say every man in this room has had a woman come with them, not with a knife, came at them crazy on something. And we're not even talking about the self-defense from that. But what Ricky left out was, should I put this out here? For Ricky left out was, I heard the woman suffered from some sort of form of dementia.
Yeah, it's all good. I got you.
Oh,
So she genuinely did not know that was her. It wasn't like, oh, I just didn't work out and shit changed.
oh, okay. So it wasn't like she looked completely different 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she just didn't recognize herself.
I mean, women look completely different every time they go to the hairdresser. What do you say? Oh yeah. But like I like women,
Sorry, Lou, I apologize.
women look completely different when they go to the hairdresser every few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like this was I want to say this woman I have to double check, but I want to say this woman suffered from a form of dementia that led up to this.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
props to the homie, man. Like, he stuck with her. She can't even recognize her. This man still love her. He ain't recognize this man try to stab him up.
That's tough.
Lou would have kicked the
Tough.
shit out of her.
That's
he would have punched her.
tough.
Yep. Yeah,
With a knife?
With his own words.
That's a tough order right there.
Nah, bro. When
To
you
get
in love with a
stabbed
woman,
up. No, I'm not saying he don't love her, but bro, you getting stabbed. At that point, it's fight or flight. You're getting
That's what I'm
stabbed.
saying.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was just once. He had multiple stab wounds.
I think
He's
any-
crazy too.
I think exactly.
yeah.
I don't think if you married to a woman or you be with a woman for a long time, you do not just wake up and be like, damn, this bitch know how to use knives. No, he's seen it. He knows it's capable. She's capable of it. She just caught him by surprise.
But see, but the thing is that if that's the case, why do we even know about it?
He said, I can see him never been stabbed.
Like think about it. So Manny, to what you're saying though, if he knows that she has the capability to do this because of what she's suffering from, why do we even know about it?
Man, this woman that didn't suffer.
We didn't know about it because this shit caught him so off guard with all these stab wounds and shit. This nigga was like, bitch, fuck you at this point. I'm calling the cops.
Did he do that? Are they still together? Do you know that?
Did he call the cops on her? She was
The
arrested.
cops, yeah, the cops got
Still
involved.
together.
How many women done called the cops on a nigga and then when they got him, they were like, oh, we got him, we going to jail. Oh, he didn't mean to do that. Or
No,
it
I'm
go
not-
both ways.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you were saying that don't no nigga wake up and just not know who his wife is. He's known that for a certain amount of time. Yeah,
I knew if I fucked up in my previous marriage, I'm liable to get stabbed if I did the right thing. There's just levels to the shit. Like,
So
okay.
would you not call the cops if she stabbed you in the arm?
First off, he ain't stabbed me in the arm.
Well, he got stabbed in the
If
arm.
he got caught slipping.
And in the legs.
He got caught
And
slipping.
in the legs.
In the legs.
What you got, Rick?
She
I just want to clear up. Sonora is a Mexican state. It's not a part of California.
So
It's a
the
Mexican
Sinaloa?
state. It happened in Mexico. This story happened in
Okay,
Mexico.
so it wasn't in the
California is
US.
pretty much
Once upon a
Mexico.
time, Mexico.
Oh, okay, all right, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Well, no, they're not. They're like, what is California?
well,
It borders with Arizona.
Them probably
The state.
crazy any fucking way. So.
I mean, she's in
Dang,
Mexico.
that's harsh.
Mexicans
Damn.
are crazy, bro.
I don't know, man. That's tough.
She's Mexican.
Mexican women are crazy.
She's Mexican.
They
But
they
did
are
you see
handy with the knives.
Did you see anything where she had a form of dementia in there? 'Cause I think I read that. If not, they compared
Now-
it. They compared it to another story where there's a woman that did something very similar who literally had dementia, and they tried to compare the two. But I was too busy trying to like going to work, and I didn't read the rest of the story because
Okay.
it was 8. It was
I would have had to
8:17.
flip a coin on that one.
That's tough.
What I can say is this: Juan, who expected to recover from the injuries, told investigators,
Thank God.
told him BNY investigators that he told his jealous wife that he had recently found the photos in an old email and transferred them to his phone.
Yeah, I do that. I go back and be like, oh, that was a good time.
I mean, that happens.
Let me look at that.
The wife did not.
That's love.
The wife apparently did not recognize herself because she was younger, thinner, and had makeup on, according to the report.
Ladies, don't let yourself
whoa. No, keep that. See, you're fucking up already. So, did they have kids
I don't mean
together?
that. I'm
Was
joking,
there
I'm joking.
postpartum depression? You know, there's a lot of stuff that can go back. We want to keep it real that, you know, could cause her to have other. What is that?
Sorry, I wrote that. I'm crazy.
What kind of emoji? is
freeing
that?
my mind?
What is that?
He wilded out right now. He doing his OnlyFans thing.
He had his shirt
tripping
off
out. He
over
got no
there.
shirt
It
on.
looked like a silhouette
He's
of Bobby.
cold.
Hold on a
Bobby
second.
World.
Did he have no shirt on or did he have no clothes on?
He had. Well, who knows? Below the camera, we don't want to know, Rick.
I'm not asking. Planet Fitness is open all night and day. What does that mean?
You were not at Planet Fitness, sir.
What does that mean? You get stabbed in Planet Fitness too.
You get
Hey,
stabbed.
he stabbed every day, B.
Yeah. Niggas get stabbed every day, B.
I don't know what I would have did.
That's tough.
I am liable to get stabbed in my
Would you
relationship,
stay?
so
Would you stay?
I would have to flip a coin.
If the dementia thing wasn't.
Heads, I'm staying and I'm talking to her about it. Tails,
Darnell Dent.
I'm Chad with.
Damn. I heard that.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He said, "Where was I ass at? We just making fun of you, man. That's it."
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So y'all gonna get on me about the DJ Khaled and the Fat JoJo, but y'all not gonna get on Rick asking if Lou had pants on.
What? Who said so? I missed it.
He said he showed up in the OnlyFans. He said no shirt on. He said, "Who knows? This man was complete naked."
No, that's not what I said, Rick.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
Rick didn't bring up oil.
I didn't bring all that up.
Thank you, Nico.
I asked.
Fuck out of here.
He said, "Get out." Miko, you should have been here.
Get out.
Miko should have been on this podcast. But for other reasons, couldn't be here. I understand. I respect that. My guy, we got number love for you.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Hey, spin doctor.
Lou is killing it right now. He's all over the place.
Bricky One's wild.
Like Neil said, were you about to ask me my whole take on the jump? I don't know. You was
Would
going
you
somewhere.
stay? Would you stay?
She has to be willing to get help. Like if this comes up and we talk about this shit, and I'm like, yo, you gotta get some help, and she's like, no, fuck that, I'm good. You just had the pictures on there. They recognize like she makes excuses for why she did it. I'm out, bro.
What if she would start her OnlyFans after that?
Is she guaranteed to bring in $100K?
What would be her OnlyFans name?
Oh, that's a good one.
Sliced up shawty? I don't know.
Michelle Knifer?
Stabby McPatterson? Like, I don't know. Like,
Y'all
what the
niggas
fuck?
lying. Y'all leaving. Oh yeah, I'm definitely leaving.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
out,
get
baby.
stabbed
I'm out.
up
I
like
can't-
that.
yeah.
I might
can't.
stay. And let me tell you why. If
You wild. Hey, Luke, stay for this conversation. I want to see your opinion on this one too as well.
so like I said, I'm still hoping the dementia was an issue, right? But think of the makeup sex after she realizes that you stay with her after
See, this
she
nigga
couldn't
thinking with his
recognize
dick.
herself.
If she recognized herself in the makeup sex.
My
What?
shit.
Are we
I'm
making
just
a video?
thinking with my. Wait,
It's going to. It got to be
is,
radio.
God.
Kevin
No.
Gates, Juicy J, thinking with your dick.
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He
Devin?
said the makeup
It's
sex.
like the.
The makeup sex is going.
Sorry, but shut up,
man.
Manny.
Hey man, I can't walk around my
you
shirt
are
off all
not
the time.
gonna stay.
I can't walk around my shirt off all the time.
Me and you barely got meat on our bones that we can't afford to be stabbed up multiple times.
No bullshit.
You gotta be quick. I mean, I'm quick as shit. You ain't
Man,
stabbing
if
on
you
me.
get a paper cut, you may die.
Yeah, we might not make it.
Saying like I'm quick. You ain't stabbing. First off, I wouldn't be in the story as a man getting stabbed. It would be an attempted stabbing on me.
He
'Cause I'm
said
quick as
you're
shit.
going to be able to perform after getting stabbed.
Got too much blood loss.
Hey man.
No bullshit.
He ain't gonna have nothing extra.
Hey, what talking
I
about?
can't get hard, baby.
ED.
Honestly,
Ain't no mean blue pill.
y'all
You gonna save me.
like ain't never been no trauma, man. I got a traumatizing story. I'm driving.
Man, pass that, bro.
I'm driving a manual transmission vehicle on the expressway. And I might have said something out the way. I told the truth about something. And I got punched while driving.
It happens.
Hey,
it happens. Thank you.
she trying to kill us. Now this might have happened like 20 years ago, but shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus Christ.
did I break up with her then?
Plunger.
Nah, I love her, man.
She ain't
it was
stab you,
probably
though.
my fault. I mean, I did date girls who put razor blades in their mouth. I'm just saying, like, I've been around dangerous people. You got to be quick on your toes.
My understanding of Manny is just growing right now. Like,
This is why Manny's so damaged. I get it.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
lessons with love, baby.
Man,
No, bro told me I look like a Capri straw.
Like a pre-sun?
A Capri Sun straw.
Wait, what, skinny and yellow?
God damn.
No, a couple of them.
Goddamn.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's
Manny
go.
wild. You ain't say that. I ain't say you wild after saying all that.
Nah,
Let's go.
Hey, Lou,
Trying to
all right.
frame me.
So let's move on to topic number 7. So I saw this on Twitter. This conversation has been happening over there on that app. The 4 most influential players for the last 30 years. I'm gonna just throw this tweet up there. SportsCenter retweeted this too as well. If you could take a look at that. Actually, hold on a second. I apologize. Turn that light off. You see a lot better. You see Curry. You see LeBron. You got Kobe. And you got Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Now the argument was made, as I turn this light back on, is that where the hell is Allen Iverson? And then I thought to ask a question, honestly, is Allen Iverson the most influential basketball player ever?
No. No. I'm just answering your question. No. Continue, sir. I'm sorry.
I thought he was gonna like. I
I asked a question. I asked a question.
asked the
I thought he was
question,
gonna
but-
fall up a little bit, but I would state mine.
Out, yeah.
The reason is that look at what Allen Iverson did before any other player did. He had the cornrows, he had the tattoos, he had the hip hop culture too as well. He had the streets. He had everything what a lot of players today's game emulate.
Yeah.
He had white boys, 9-year-old kids with Allen Iverson jerseys with the headband,
Wearing
the sleeve, do-rags, all that. As far as influential, I'm not talking about influential as far as like style of play on the court. But as far as influence on the game, like you look at everybody now in the game, like they're all tatted up. I mean, before Allen Iverson in the 90s, who had tattoos? Dennis Rodman. I mean, he's a character in all in the zone. That's way out there. No one's maybe one on
He
test.
do get a
check
couple
after him.
roses. He gets a couple.
He gets
roses.
his Draymond Green roses and his
Yeah, he get a little more than that, bro. Don't do
he
that.
get his
Don't do
he
him
get his
like
Ron
that.
Artest roses. But as far as
He get more than that.
Allen Iverson, look at today's players. Look at your John Walls. Look at your Russell Westbrooks. Look at even your Kevin Durant's. Who are the top players in the league?
Wait, Kevin Durant. What did Kevin Durant do?
As far as like
that nigga don't brush his hair. He ain't got no tattoos.
No, one second. As far as like style, as far as like
Kevin Durant style, like you.
Just the whole second.
Okay,
just think about it.
I got my cocks.
Georgetown basketball too as well. Kevin Durant grew up in that environment too, and he was out here killing. So it's an influence as far as Allen Iverson directly to Kevin Durant too as well. You throw Michael Beasley and a lot of players as area 4. That's why I'm bringing that up. Just bring that area.
Their game's not the same to me.
Not the game, but as far as like influential.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't.
He was the primary basketball player in this area.
Okay. When
Kevin Durant was a young man.
Okay.
7, 8 years old.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, I was trying to do the crossover middle school too. I was just like this. You know?
And then also Allen Iverson crossover too as well with all that. But as far as influence on the game, the way the players like the swagger and they go about, I would say Allen Iverson was a lot more influence than any other player in the league.
No.
Now, that being said, replace him with somebody and make the argument for him.
Replace him with.
So should it be 5, or are you saying that he should replace one of the 4 that's on there?
You want to talk about practice?
Well, the topic says most influential basketball player, Allen Iverson.
First off,
who do you think is more influential as far as today's players than Allen Iverson?
I mean, because like I really can't think of everybody right now. But even in the 4 you showed on your phone right now,
Michael, Kobe, Steph Curry, and LeBron James.
Yes, all of them are ahead of him.
Well, explain.
All right, so Allen Iverson did break the mold as far as like tattoos and stuff like that, and he's popular and stuff like so like like you said, he got kids going out buying Reebok headbands. Jordan was still running for $100 or for $100 back in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They was. How much Crazy 8s cost you back then? How much some AIs cost you back then?
About 80 or 90.
Yeah.
Jordan got the shoes on lock.
Yeah, but I'm saying Jordan's shoes himself made him more revenue than AI, because like AI probably got.
We're not talking revenue. We're not talking money. We're talking influential.
I think as a whole, as black people, we started coming out more with the tattoos and all this stuff. But not before Iverson. Iverson did it first, but I don't think that he paved the way for everybody.
If he did it first, he paved the way.
No, I mean, you can be unapologetically black and not pave the way for everybody.
And Allen Iverson was.
So do you think he's that? You think he's?
I made the argument for him.
I'm telling you, I really don't believe in that. I really don't. Like, I mean, when you say it's so many different ways. It's so many different ways because there's people who don't have many tattoos, like myself.
I'm not talking about changing the game. I'm talking about style of play. I'm talking about influential on today's players.
Okay. The crossover was very influential. Everybody wanted to come up with their own basketball moves, but at the same time, all we got is what Sham God. We got the help me out here.
You got the Sham.
That's what AJ said. He brought the culture into the NBA.
Yeah, so
and honestly, he's not wrong, man.
He's not wrong because people just say, "Oh, he just the N1 player, this, that, and the other." But nah, AI was real. And shout out to VA because there's a lot of real people that come out of their sports.
True.
Some of them a little too real.
So if it's not AI, if you don't think it's AI, who do you think it is?
Who?
The most influential player in the NBA ever? Is that what you about to ask me?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, bro. Are we not saying MJ collectively together?
That's as far as what influential. As far as
I'm saying AI.
You saying AI? Mm-hmm. You should have went first.
I mean, he want to know like the people who disagree. I agree.
I want to hear how you agree. I want you to sway me, and because maybe I'm missing something. Not that I'm like that. I'm not that hard on it.
Who we just told you?
What?
The tattoos, the hip hop,
his
braids,
his style,
the swagger.
For a kid to watch, for a kid to have, because as kids we had toys, we had music, and we had sports.
Yeah.
That's
and he blended all of them together, right?
He did, because if we had parents, and not to like put the spotlight on Rick, but if we had parents who kind of frowned upon hip hop, you know, and we couldn't learn how they dressed or what they wore or any of that, AI brought that to the NBA.
He brought it to us, and like
he had the long chains, he had the baggy clothes.
I
he
respect
had the
him for
braids.
it. I respect him for it, but I think how the NBA treats him in his post career, like if I was a prude or something like that, raising my kid, I'm like, oh, you emulating AI, but look what AI is right now. He's doing well, but if you don't do as much as this, you don't do as much as that, you can be put on a pedestal like that guy. That's not me. That's just I'm very unapologetically black.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, there's 100
Yeah,
AIs running around the
so
NBA
like,
now.
yeah, so like, but it's just like he broke the mold. He did something, and did you? Never mind. We ain't gonna go there. I think you said Meta World Peace at some point tonight. And
As far as Robin, that's why I said that.
okay,
Yeah.
But I love AI, and I'm not even because I'm not a natural hooper, and it all depends on who you follow, because everybody got their own favorite basketball player. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, honestly, growing up, when I first started watching ball, Dominique Wilkins was my guy. I'm from Atlanta, right? I know MJ used to beat his ass all the time, and I started. This is before MJ
Sure too as well.
Yeah, this is before MJ. This is before that dynasty got rolling real good. So then everybody playing with the Bulls, and he's player 99, so he's influential too. It's all about your time of life and all that. So then that's happening. Then you do see AI come about. Oh, y'all, AI cross Jordan. That shit went on for like 6 months. I can't say he did nothing for me, but yeah, everybody wanted to go hoop.
Yeah.
Like 2K won a thing back then, but AI had a game. Y'all picked up Live 90 whatever and played the shit, right?
Hey, Lou, what you think as far as AI being the most influential? I'm curious. Dev, what you got?
MJ.
Why MJ?
AI doesn't come close.
Explain.
And I respect everything that you all saying, and I 100% agree. But when it comes to influential,
He dragging y'all.
think about it, bro.
Hey, we just wise,
Like,
bro.
Let's think about like influential. Yeah, AI brought a certain culture to the NBA, brought a certain swagger, but 20 years from now, 50 years from now, whose name is still going to be ringing the world over? Is it going to be AI's or is it going to be Jordan's?
Jordan has
It's
Jordan
gonna
has
be
an
LeBron's.
I think what he's
Jordan-
saying here is interesting because the world game,
The
Jordan
world-
made the NBA popular across the world.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But as far as the American athletes,
We're
basketball,
not talking about, but you said it yourself.
Yeah, it's Iverson.
Influential is not relegated to just the Americas. Jordan had a worldwide impact on the game. People in China picked up basketballs because of what they seen Jordan do.
and they also had cornrows.
I want
AI.
to be like everybody wanted to be like Mike. Everybody didn't want to be like AI.
That's
they
not
might
age group.
They
I
might
disagree
have
with
wanted
that.
to dress or might have wanted to put on an armband and stuff like that, but that wasn't the world
But
over, bro.
I disagree with that.
AI just didn't have the commercial.
That's part of the influence.
But hold a second though, he had.
No.
He had
See,
that.
you-
He
see,
had
now
all that.
What
The
y'all
look,
doing now?
he had that.
What y'all doing?
AI
Y'all
was-
picking
AI
and
was-
choosing
no,
what
AI
benefits AI versus the entire picture. The entire picture is Jordan influenced not just basketball culture, not just movie, Space Jam. That was a billionaire movie back in the 90s. $1 billion movie.
He had bigger sponsors.
Influence, bro.
Nike had more money than Reebok. They could pay for more of that stuff.
Influence.
Jordan had the
influ-
machine behind him.
Yeah.
Influence.
But the thing is that AI without the machine put a huge dent in the culture.
So AI didn't have the machine.
Not the machine like
Nah.
Jordan.
So
Absolutely
AI
not.
didn't have Reebok backing him. He didn't have the NBA backing him. He didn't have.
No, he didn't. The NBA hated him.
No.
The NBA hated Iverson.
You ever watch the WWF? You know what they call a heel in the WWF? That's the bad guy, right? You know how The Rock would go from being the good guy to the bad guy, but it was all in the sense of creating ratings. AI was the bad guy because he played the bad guy role, but AI made the NBA billions of dollars. He was always the good guy.
You know
but
something about
as
AI?
for-
Know who he'd be today? He'll be pretty much like he'll be Dame Lillard.
Nah.
I say maybe a Russ before the Wizards, because people don't like Russ.
Well, I say Dame Lillard because of the hip hop connection too as well.
Oh, with him rapping?
Yeah.
I don't think
Because when AI did it, he
no.
got criticized heavily
But-
for doing that shit. 40 bars when he dropped that shit.
Yeah.
People dragged him for that.
They didn't
They
drag,
did.
they
I was
didn't
like,
drag
yo.
Dame like that though.
No, because
But it was-
AI
yeah.
was the first one. He took the
AI
hits.
paved the way. Oh my God.
AI did that, so
NBA.
hopefully Dame have to go through that.
Shaq can't do it.
I want to be like Mike, bro.
What about Shaq?
He
Oh,
did-
then you gonna spit bars too.
Michael Jordan couldn't
Shaq
even
rap.
He had
Kobe
he
rap.
Had a commercial
Thank you,
with
AJ.
He had a commercial with MJ.
Shaq and Kobe rap.
MJ.
They did.
Ain't nobody buying. Actually, people did buy Shaq albums.
They did buy
Shit.
Shaq
I call myself
Hold
that
on,
one.
hold on.
I had
And
to
the
point out
video
that.
game.
Yes.
Shaq Fu.
I had to pull myself back for that one. I was like, Shaq sold records. Shaq sold records. I ain't.
Can we download that? Can we download that on
Yo,
PS5?
listen to some Shaq
Hey,
Fu.
Shaq.
BNY Gaming. Shaq Fu. Old titles live.
I need Shaq food.
The man was called The Answer. That's right.
The answer. Yeah, okay, the answer.
You got
And
questions.
And Jordan is called the GOAT. Which would you prefer to be called? The GOAT or the answer?
The answer.
Yeah, okay, really?
I'm
The
the
answer
answer to the
does sound
GOAT.
better.
I mean,
I mean, but
you know
they
what?
call me GOAT
Hey,
anyway.
They ain't got
so.
an emoji with the answer on there. They
Not
still
because
got
I'm
an
the
emoji
greatest
with
of all
the GOAT
time, but you
that
know.
everyone uses. Jordan's the GOAT, bro, and it's not just basketball. His impact was felt. You go anywhere, you ask about MJ, people going to know MJ. You ask about AI,
But today's
people,
player, AI has more of a cultural
But
influence
see, now
than
you're
Jordan.
only relegating it to just NBA players. Or are we talking about a worldwide phenomenon, or are we talking about NBA players? Because you need to make that distinguishment, Rick. Are we talking about?
I think Jordan made it in 1992. The Dream Team, they made basketball popular on the world stage.
Okay. How many players in the NBA right now model their game after AI?
It's not. I'm not talking model the game. I'm
So,
not talking about that.
This is influence,
I'm just talking
man.
just absolute influence as far
That's
as the
part of
look,
the influence.
the culture, the hip hop.
That's part of the influence.
But as far as game goes,
So
there's only one AI.
let's dumb it down. Let's
There's one AI.
let's dumb it
I've seen
down.
that-
So you're saying
Isaiah Thomas may be kind of close, but not quite.
so like because
Thank you, AJ.
But look,
Yes.
let's be clear about something real quick, Manny, because Bill Russell's my GOAT.
He's your GOAT.
My GOAT.
You watched him play growing up.
I've said that. I don't need to watch someone play to know the impact. I can always go back and watch tape.
Bill Russell was jumping over 6'6" white guys that couldn't move.
Say what you want to say. Me personally, my GOAT.
I can't jump
is
over
Bill
a 6'6"
Russell.
white guy.
That's it.
You said
look,
how many players in the NBA did AI influence? So if you go on YouTube and look up,
You just turn on the game right now. I ain't placing
if
influence.
you go on YouTube right now and look up highlights of the greatest fadeaways or the greatest dunks from the line, and then you look up the greatest ankle breakers, it's going to be thousands of videos on ankle breakers, bruh. That's how many people AI influence.
Yeah, most of them in the
That AI
every-
crossover.
Everybody
Let's not forget
modeled
that
their
either.
game over, like, especially ones and twos. They modeled their
talking about John
game
Morant, bro. Use his name.
over who?
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
They modeled that shit. Everybody want to have the best crossover,
But are
bro.
we talking about just basketball players then? Because if we're talking about just basketball players, okay, that changes the argument. But when you say who is the most influential player ever, that transcends basketball. And what I'm saying is, Iverson didn't transcend basketball on a worldwide stage like Jordan did.
It's
He
his
didn't
most
influence.
influential basketball player.
Yes,
Jordan made the
because
game
they were
popular.
all basketball
But
players.
nobody models their game after Jordan.
But was are we talking about the influence within the NBA, or are we talking about influence worldwide?
Now, that's,
It could be
don't-
worldwide.
don't say
and
that.
Jordan had a bigger impact.
The Allen Iverson, no, he had an impact as far as making the game popular. The way he played the game, nobody models their game after Jordan.
Kobe literally did.
That's one player. That's one guy.
the second greatest player of all time to a lot of people.
And that's true too as well.
Okay,
but
so-
the thing is that as far as the Steph Curry 3, the Allen Iverson crossover, those have been more influential in today's players, more so than the Kobe Jordan fadeaway.
But extreme ball handling has been downplayed in the NBA right now. You want to
True.
be a ball hog?
extreme ball handling. As far as what do you mean, like
Like
holding
crossovers
the
and
ball.
stuff like that. Yeah, they kind of shine away from that.
what,
Oh, what?
crossovers?
Have y'all seen Trae Young play? Kyrie Irving?
No,
No,
what we
so
talking
the
about?
difference
Yeah.
between before we,
I think
I'm
I
sorry, hold a second.
understand what he's
You
saying.
said Trae Young. I'm upset. So
That's his boy.
the
That's
difference
ATL.
between Trae Young and AI, Trae
He
Young ain't
passes.
not even that. Trae Young ain't even trying to get to the 3-point line. When you cross the logo, it's time to shoot. Give me some time. Give me some space. Like, I mean, yeah, he made nutmegs a couple people, whatnot for LA, but he's a shooter. Steph Curry's a shooter. AI wasn't necessarily a shooter. He like outside the perimeter. He could, but that wasn't him. He wanted to see you fall on your side. He wanted you to looking like you breakdancing.
Embarrassing.
And he wanted to embarrass
The
you.
crossover.
The crossover.
Yeah.
It was the lay.
Popularized
But he
the
still
crossover. I
drove
give him.
and he still pulled up though.
Yeah,
He
for
did.
lay.
But AI wasn't known as a jump shooter. I
Did
understand
anybody-
that too
did,
as well.
Did the NBA change its rules for AI at any point?
Curry does have handles.
Did it change like the Jordan? Like you're talking like
Jordan rules.
Well, Jordan rules were like against the Pistons. That was some different.
Not necessarily the NBA. I'm sorry, but like, were there ever any significant changes? But be it strategically from other coaches or NBA wide, like as a result of AI
Look, the
playing.
dudes he done.
I mean, they put like bigger
Yeah.
individuals on them.
Y'all want to know? Y'all
So
want?
strategically, as far as players, yeah.
Y'all
Like you had like Jordan rules, like
The Jordan rules just like every time you walked in the lane, just beat them up.
beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
But-
that's all
Hey,
that was.
I'm gonna tell you the most prolific thing AI did. I'm gonna show you visually. Y'all ready for this?
Oh shit!
Oh, the Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue?
That was disrespectful though.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was influential though.
Hey, every time I see my dog on the floor, I do that shit.
With the same swag.
With the same shit.
But AJ brought up a good point. Would that be different if AI would have got a ring?
Would it be different? If AI got a ring, no.
I think it would have just increased his standing in the all-time greats.
At the best, it would have. Yeah, but as far as like his game, I mean, his game's played by like every little guard looks up to AI.
I don't agree, bro.
Yeah,
I
they
believe-
do. They gotta make that space, bro. They gotta create space for them to do anything.
Isaiah Thomas, I brought him up. Like the way Iverson created space to get those shots off is the same way
Lou
that
said it'll be way different.
they'd be way different. I think that Tracy McGrady. We're talking something totally different now. That Tracy McGrady's as good as Kobe Bryant. He just had injuries.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that.
Yeah.
Did you have to
Hold on. So you say that? Didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But Tracy McGrady would have been good as Kobe, right?
He
You
was
said
as
that.
good as
he
Kobe.
was. He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe said that.
Prime, right?
Yeah.
What about Grant Hill? Before the injuries, was he as good as MJ? Because I believe that. I believe without the injuries, Grant Hill would have probably be up there with Kobe.
Sean Livingston, we didn't see enough of his career beforehand to know that.
We
left
used
and
to
right.
live next door to him.
Who? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Inside joke. Y'all don't get it. Grant Hill.
Just for the sake of bringing up Tracy
true,
McGrady,
too.
Grant Hill was the
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
With Grant Hill, he was so all around too, as well.
he had everything.
Grant Hill would have been the greatest of all time. Could he have been the GOAT?
I think. I don't think he would have been the GOAT.
AI is LeBron if he never left Cleveland.
If
Okay, I can see that.
Well, AI
To a
he
certain
didn't-
extent.
but he didn't want to leave. He didn't really want to leave Philly. It just came to
No.
a point that
He had to go.
I mean, it
Basically,
happens.
it was a rebuilding. They
shit
they
happens.
needed to get what they could. For
Yeah,
him.
but Grant Hill, he was
I
he was
believe
fantastic.
Grant would have been top 5 all time without the injuries.
Did Grant Hill win the ring?
No,
He was better than Kawhi Leonard.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe that. I don't think a ring makes a
Makes or
difference.
break.
I don't like that argument.
Of
I'm not a fan of
influence.
that.
I'm not.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a ring argument.
Because
I don't like it.
Vince Carter was a huge influence, bruh. And he never got a ring or was named MVP.
Vince Carter on dunking.
Vince
Yeah.
Carter is the only nigga to dunk over a 7'6" dude ever.
Hey, what would you take? The Michael Jordan fadeaway or the Vince Carter dunk?
Vince
as
Carter.
far as which was more
Vince Carter.
influential.
Vince Carter.
I'll
Because
take Vince Carter too as
that
well.
dunk, his dunk, in any game brought everyone, even if they were away, brought everyone to their feet.
Dude, that dude, he dunked over 7'3". He actually got drafted by the Knicks in the first round, and then the Knicks didn't want him anymore pretty much after that. That man's life and not career, but his life got ruined.
You know they did a
dunk.
partial documentary on him, just on the dunk.
Yeah,
that dude.
Yeah,
they did a partial documentary, like a 45-minute documentary on him,
on his life after
it.
It was sad, dude.
It was, bro. He fell.
He lost his wife.
He
lost everything.
Yeah, he lost his wife,
bro. Like that shit was crazy. The dunk. I'm gonna take Vince Carter's dunks over MJ's fadeaway. If I had to choose one move to enshrine in like NBA Hall of Fame, and I had to choose between them, I'm taking Vince dunks all day.
Isn't it, Lou? Go back outside, Manny. Lou, you could have been here. As active as you are right now, you could have been on this couch talking to us. You could have been part of this conversation. I built some of these conversations for you to be here.
Thank you. Because you'd have brought him here, and me and this nigga would have been arguing.
Jesus.
It would have came up,
this nigga,
and y'all would have had like a 5-minute block of just me and this nigga arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'd have cut it off and we'd have moved. All right, fuck this. We're done. Move on. Actually, let's do that right now. Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. All right, so we know the Texans hired a new coach. I will say this: I do like seeing I like seeing more African Americans get hired as head coaches because there's a lot of work that they've been done in this league. Matai Bowles, he's a head coach before, but if Adam Gase could leave from the Dolphins and get a head coach with the Jets, then Todd Bowles should be another head coach in this league too as well. Eric Bieniemy with the Kansas City Chiefs, offensive coordinator. They're putting in years of work with Andy Reid running that offense, but
y'all didn't believe in Andy Reid till he got to the Chiefs.
I loved Andy Reid in Philly, and I was a fan of Washington, but I still loved the man. He's a hell of a coach.
Yeah,
him getting fired, I was happy to see it because he was out of the division. But David Culley
didn't help.
David Culley, I'm sorry, dude. You're 65 years old. That's the first thing. You're first time head coach. 65 years old. You've coached wide receivers for the past 20 years plus.
Which receivers he coached?
Kansas City, the year that the wide receivers didn't score one touchdown. He was the wide receiver coach for that.
Prolifically years.
He was he was a passing game coordinator of the Ravens the past 2 years. And their passing concepts were
you failed
really
to
bad.
Say the prolific years. He has none.
And that's the thing too as well. And he's walking to a shit show of an organization.
Yeah. But maybe he had.
And that's part of the problem too. It's not to cut you off, but I don't like to see. I'm happy Eric Bieniemy didn't take this job, even though it was offered to him. I'm glad he didn't take it. This isn't a good job at all. The ownership isn't good. The front office isn't good. This reminds me of like Washington in like 2005. Washington 2015. Washington 2 years ago. Ron Rivera's here, so we got a little stability. Washington. But I've seen bad organizations and guys walk into it and they just get dragged through the mud and become the scapegoat of everything that's wrong there.
Yeah.
And
that's what I don't want to see.
And David Culley's walking to that situation.
Yep.
He doesn't have the backing as far as like his career, as far as like an offensive coordinator, being top level at his job. Matt LaFleur, I'm looking at you too as well. I don't think Matt LaFleur's a good coach. I think he should honestly be fired from the Green Bay Packers, but there's a conversation for another day, another podcast. Just want to throw it out there. But
don't get me started on that.
Deshaun Watson, the man wants to leave the Texans. He's felt disrespected as a man. The Texans have had some issues. Race has been brought up. I haven't looked too deep into that. This is just some of the things I've read through reports. Just reporting the news. Now, let's start with you first. What do you think is going to happen with Deshaun Watson? The Texans are kind of playing a little bit of hardball as far as today. They're saying that he's going to be there, but Deshaun Watson's like a requested trade. I'm trying to get out of here. What do you think is going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Do you think he's right for requesting a trade? How do you feel about this entire situation?
I mean, first of all, Deshaun, if you're watching,
hey, he's watching.
We got space on the Cowboys for you. So come on over, bro.
I knew it was coming.
Come on over. But
don't go there.
Hey, it's not your turn. But nah, man, for real. I feel like, I mean, if you feeling disrespected, man, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know what he want. I mean, I think he got a right to make that decision. And then with David Culley, I mean, like, I just think he feel like everything is a mess right now. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
I just think
Don't go there either.
I think he feel like everything is a mess. I mean, you got him feeling disrespected, and then David Culley coming in, and this man literally said out of his mouth that I don't think I'm the head coach because I'm a minority. Like, that's your first thing, your first thought you had.
Culley said that?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah. Look it up. But, I mean, I just think it's sad, bro. Like, I wouldn't even want to play under somebody like that.
With that's lacking that type of confidence.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what confidence will you have in another minority player?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think, I would leave too. If I feel disrespected, I'm gone.
True.
It's not like he's a, you know what I'm saying, like a tier 1 player where nobody will pick him up. I mean, he's going to land another job. So, I mean, that's just I haven't really read a lot on it, but that's just how I feel. Like, I agree with him. I mean, I think he should leave.
So this is part of so I'm reading a report here from Deadspin, which is Deadspin.
Right.
Highly reputable website. According to reports from ESPN, Texans owner Cal McNair, son of the late Bob McNair, who once doubled down his criticism of black players taking the knee, saying he can't have the inmates running the prison, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to a search firm to help fill his general manager vacancy. But instead of hiring one of the two candidates of color presented to him, Omar Khan and Louis Riddick, shout out to Louis Riddick, ESPN too as well, been doing this thing for many, many years in there. Yeah. The young and McNair ignored the firm's recommendations and hired Nick Cassero, a white man, Nick Cassero from the Patriots organization. And that, when he got hired, I'm following his timeline, when Nick Cassero got hired, that's when Deshaun Watson, that's why all the rumblings on Twitter I started hearing about from him, like, all right, I'm completely doing this organization. And AJ brought us up here too as well. They traded away DeAndre Hopkins for a bag of potato chips and the ghost of David Johnson, a running back who's 5 years in this league, who's had one good year with the Cardinals, and a second-round pick. Like, they gave this man away for nothing. And he's still, and Deshaun Watson still passed for the most passing yards in the league this past year. But the Texans were at 4-11, 5-11, 4-12. Terrible record. J.J. Watt had to apologize to this man at the end of the season. Said, "I'm sorry, wasted one of your years." You have 32 teams in the league, of course. The workforce is over 70% black, and you have 2 general managers. I mean, this is just the facts that I'm reading here. It's just raw numbers. Dev, what do you think of the Deshaun Watson situation?
First of all, what the fuck is going on in Houston in general? So earlier this year, in the basketball season, we had this whole James Harden debacle in Houston, where he requested trades, wanted to leave, wanted to go, and they refused. And then he began to act out in the manner that he did, showing up to the game. I swear, if that nigga didn't have a fat suit on, that nigga literally ate cheeseburgers till he got to that weight, bro. It was absurd how big he was. But now you have Deshaun Watson wanting out because of the dysfunction in that city. What's going on in Houston that's driving marquee players wanting to get the fuck out of there? The end of this season, end of the football season, the end of the Texans football season, I don't remember which week it was, J.J. Watt apologized to the city.
It was last week of the season.
Last week. Okay, I thought so. Last week of the season. Apologized to the city. Apologized to the fans. I don't think that's just because of their record. I think it's because J.J. Watt understands there's a lot of dysfunction going on in that organization. And maybe a lot of it had to do with Deshaun Watson's, being unhappy, but it transcends just him. There's a problem in Texas, in Houston, in general.
Can I interrupt real quick just to add more to your fire? This is the same franchise that hired and fired Bill O'Brien, a coach that allegedly made insensitive comments to DeAndre Hopkins during a meeting about his baby mamas. Go ahead, continue.
Think about how many offensive coaches and offensive coordinators has Deshaun Watson had since he's been there, since he was drafted. Far too many. Far too many for any quarterback to get established and to get in a system that he's comfortable with, and yet he's still produced. Okay? So you're talking about dysfunction in the organization, dysfunction with the coaching, dysfunction in the city, dysfunction all around this brother, getting rid of it, the number one wide receiver in the league, and this dude is still going out there and balling at an elite level. Okay? You can't put that on a DeAndre Hopkins' shoulders. You can't put that on him. It's not like he went out there and just bombed it because he was tired. He went out there, he's still balling. You have to start looking at the things that we aren't privy to. Okay? What's going on behind the players? And then you see it with the GM. They hiring a guy that's not even confident in his position. To me, it's not even just about him not being confident. That lets me know that the organization isn't instilling any confidence in the coach to be who he is. It's almost like a Jerry Jones with the Cowboys type situation, where you know who's going to have the end say in a lot of personnel decisions. And when you're a coach and you know that regardless of what you say or do, someone above you at the top can hit that gavel and change anything that you say or want to do, what confidence do you have? For what? I'm just a body at this point. I'm someone that's here because I have to be here. Not because you want me. Not because you need me. And then you have a quarterback that's looking at that and that's looking at everything that's going on around them, plus the insensitive comments that's being made. And DeAndre Hopkins like, nah, bro, I want out. And then my thing is, just like with James Harden, why you not letting him go? Because this isn't this year. These grumblings have been going on for a while. These grumbles been going on for a while. So why are you trapping this man in a situation where he doesn't want to be in?
It's his contract.
Outside of that, they can move pieces like checkers. It's nothing to these cats. It's nothing to these organizations to say, you know what? Okay, it is what it is. This ain't working. Let's go. Let's get what we can for him in return. He's at the top right now. Let's go out there and get 3 or 4 first round picks and a couple marquee players for him. It's nothing for them. Why are you trapping individuals like? Because you hear about it happening in Houston in general with Watson, with Harden, and other players. So that's what I started to think about. Like, yo, there's something going on in the sports area and arena in Houston in general. Because if you think that these owners aren't talking, see, this is all about why get rid of James Harden? He's bringing in people. Why get rid of Deshaun Watson? They're bringing revenue to Houston.
And the strip clubs.
Need that. Definitely out there balling out. So you think it's like,
retired.
And if you think the owner of the Rockets and the owner of the Texans aren't talking about their marquee players, you're a fool. It's all about the bread to these cats. We got to be in cahoots with one another to make sure this revenue stream keep coming in. But it got to a point with Harden where it was just they couldn't maintain it anymore.
True.
The same thing's going to end up with Watson if they don't fuck around and let them go. Come to the Cowboys.
Come to Washington. Man, what's your thing?
First off, don't do that or that. I identify with Deshaun Watson. Honestly, on a professional level, when you feel disrespected, you will ask to go anywhere to try and get that respect back.
True.
My nigga asked to go to the Jets. He said, I go to Jets. Bro, Jets ain't been relevant since before he was born.
Where?
Are you about to differ?
No, I was like, he's right.
Okay. All right. So, like, respect go a long way. Even then, like, these organizations, I know they don't really give a fuck, but you could have acted like you did and kept a marquee player.
True.
You could have, but you didn't. Now you got a marquee player, someone with a future who's in his prime, that said he would rather play for the fucking Jets. There's like, 'cause you know, like, so the difference between him and Harden. Harden wanted to go to a contender, right?
Right.
Deshaun just wants out of the organization. He will go anywhere.
I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And even then, Deshaun Watson and James Harden, they're two different men. Not to say one's better than the other, but one is real reserved, trying not to ruffle any feathers, but still wants his point to be heard. You know, wants his point to be want the point to be understood, not heard.
Right.
Like, I feel like y'all disrespected me. Y'all wasting good years of my life. I want to go somewhere to where I have a possibility to flourish. This man thinks he thinks his career is better, could be better with the fucking Jets.
Elsewhere.
I don't know there's other teams, but the Jets stuck out to me. Who the Jets got?
They got Sam Darnold.
Wow.
He's okay.
He's not bad. Adam Gase has been a terrible coach. But as far as like the weapons around him, it ain't a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're athletes, but
fucking everybody in the NFL's a fucking athlete.
Yeah.
But like
ACH, college prospect. I just feel like that.
Like, I understand this
14.
man off the football field as far as respecting a man and what the NFL's done with other quarterbacks of his caliber and taking consideration. And even then, half those teams that he sees where they take consideration, they may not pick the person that quarterback had consideration for. They may not pick the coach there or, you know, the staff that quarterback had consideration for. But I dare say that staff sat down with those other quarterbacks and said, or other prolific players who, you know, they're trying to retain, and gave them at least a reasonable enough explanation for them not to go off and do this. Okay. So I feel like the Houston Texans are a dysfunctional organization.
Yep.
And like, we haven't been paying attention. We worry about other dysfunctional organizations way closer to home.
That's true.
So you think this has been going on for a while?
Oh, hell yeah. Andre Johnson came out of nowhere and said something. You don't think that's not a long while?
Andre 3K did come on and say something.
Oh, yeah,
that is true.
3J. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
3K.
yeah. They're both great men, but not the same. So, you know, Andre Johnson's like mine.
Jets.
So
I'm an athlete, bro.
Yeah, I don't even want my guy to go to the Jets. Honestly, I'd rather see his ass in Miami. I think he had a better chance down there. I think Miami got a better package, better deal. They don't have enough people on their roster after a trade to be a contender, but they are better than the Jets. And don't go to Miami either, bro. Like,
What's wrong with Miami?
What's right with Miami?
Well,
they were 10-6 last year. They had a good team.
Tua
Trade his ass for Watson.
Bro, they got the beard. They got the NFL beard. Fitzpatrick. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's going to replace him first off, he's going to replace him when he got there. You can't say he got somebody that he plays the same position. It don't make no fucking sense.
Fitzpatrick going to move on.
So he going to replace Tua Tiger little dude?
What?
Damn.
Bless you.
Tua Tiger. I can't look.
Yes.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, Tua.
That's the first round draft pick, bro. Like what, number 2?
Yeah, but Tua.
Miami
I got
probably
a question about Tua.
I mean, I do. But you think they're gonna give up on them just because they're bringing
Deshaun Watson?
They're not.
Yeah.
No, so like
they don't know NFL
what
teams
you have to
don't do that,
what
bro.
you have to understand,
they don't do that.
Josh Rosen.
He was trash.
1 year though.
He was trash.
And how many times did Tua had to get replaced by Ryan Fitzpatrick last year for the offense to move?
Well, but how many times did Tua had to get replaced by Ryan Fitzpatrick for the offense to move? Because if you watch
one time,
he
replaced. The thing is that when Ryan Fitzpatrick came out and Tua started, it was not a popular decision. Was it power play at all?
Did you watch the playoffs?
No, wait,
They weren't in the playoffs.
I'm saying, like, before they got to the playoffs.
No,
they didn't make it. They were actually
against the Raiders. Yeah, when Tua got pulled, Ryan Fitzpatrick moved the offense.
He moved
Denver.
Yes.
Tua got pulled. Ryan Fitzpatrick moved the offense.
I put.
When Tua gets pulled, no, it doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
No, cause like,
No, it doesn't.
hey Rick,
it-
hey, Rick,
Quarterbacks don't get pulled
It clearly
for the veteran
happened.
to move the offense.
It clearly happened.
No, here it happened. It's
No.
a thing.
yeah, no, the
It's a
veteran,
thing.
the veteran pulled.
Devin Ray, the
See,
fuck exactly.
Yeah, so like, so Fitzpatrick, the veteran, right, came in moving offense, good enough to where a lot of people put this man on their fantasy team. That motherfucker got me 25, 30 points, and then they benched him.
And then you got 12th place.
Fitzpatrick's. Yeah, I lost my fantasy league.
It's all
Hard.
good, baby. It's all good, baby.
Yes,
It's all good, baby.
I had a lot going on.
It's all good.
But
It's all good.
yeah, so like
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I just think. Oh, I don't know what to say now. You want to wrap it up? You pulled the mic.
Yeah, we gonna keep
He
dragging
with
this
the- he
off.
with the-
Don't worry, man.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
wasn't-
Hey, I'll put it like this. Last time around the room, Deshaun Watson, what happens? Does he get traded or does he stay?
He leaving.
he leaving.
We
Straight
think,
up.
Manny.
They'll trade him eventually.
They'll trade him before the season starts, too, as well.
Go Cowboys.
Before the season?
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
not going to the Cowboys.
I think.
I'll say before the draft, he gets traded.
I
So
could go
for
with
high
that.
draft picks?
He'll
Move
get
up
traded
in
for
the
draft picks.
I see that.
This draft. He'll
I
get
see
traded
that.
I
for
don't think the
draft.
draft is deep enough for people to make.
There's quarterbacks at the top you could pick. Especially the Jets. Yeah, there's a whole lot of
who
quarterbacks.
got the number one?
Clemson?
Jaguars. That's
yeah.
Trevor Lawrence. You got my man Zach from BYU. You got Fields. You got Lance.
Yeah, it's
You
deep.
got Mac Jones. You got
it's
Trask.
solid for quarterback.
Like, you got a lot of
As
quarterbacks.
much as I love Justin Fields, I don't think he's the first round quarterback.
He's a first round pick. I'm not saying that he's going to have a whole lot of success, but he's a first round pick. I say he gets traded tonight.
He won't.
Damn, Lou, you on Twitter right now?
Are
Did you know
watching
something?
ESPN? Like,
Hey, Shefty
your
must have
source?
tweeted something.
Yeah, is
Shefty
that-
must have tweeted something, and Lou in the know right now. That's what that is.
Hey, let's move on to these 8 topics. Dev, you back? You back?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This day in Black History. This is a good one too, as well. This is a good one. Now I know. I just you before. I know. But you like Ron Burgundy. You read everything that comes on the screen. But
I got you, bro.
you will like this one. You will enjoy this one. This ain't no Dick Tiger. All right.
Who we talking about right now? Miss Madam Harriet Tubman. January 29th, 1820? It's a question mark there.
I mean,
Ron
she was a
Burgundy.
slave, so it's
Right.
like, is it issue? Yeah.
But look, abolitionist, Union spy during the American Civil War, and humanitarian, Harriet Tubman is believed to have been born under the name Araminta Rose on January 29th between 1820 and 1822 in Dorchester County, Maryland.
Maryland.
Did not know she was a Maryland.
I didn't know. Exactly. When I read that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
where's
I-
Dorchester County?
That's up north, right? I
They
believe it's-
name south.
Yeah,
They ain't Eastern Maryland.
Yeah,
It's gotta be. It's gotta be over there.
It's somewhere else.
It's on the
No idea.
yeah.
There is some uncertainty about her exact birthday. Her birthday is recognized by some as January 29th, while others refer to her being born in March. Tubman escaped slavery and worked to free other slaves by using the Underground Railroad, a secret passage that guided and protected slaves on their way to freedom from the south to the north. Should be noted, this is not an actual Underground Railroad, because I believe that for a very long time.
Oh, growing up.
I thought it was an actual railroad that they utilized until
What
I
the
was
fuck
like,
they teaching y'all up here?
I'm talking like
Yeah,
young.
yeah, like young. I'm talking like elementary young. Like,
No, like
Were you Underground Railroad and you're like 7?
I learned
You
the
think
black.
like
I learned the black national anthem.
you're from
kindergarten.
ATL.
Yeah.
You from Zone 6, so they don't.
Zone
it's,
6.
it's a little different. This man had Gucci teaching them.
I think I'm older than Gucci, man.
All right, so look, on September 17th, 1849, Tubman escaped from slavery from the Popar Neck Plantation in Maryland with her brothers Ben and Harry. Shortly afterward, her brothers changed their minds about the escape and returned to the plantation with Harriet. But freedom was on her mind and in her heart. So she soon escaped again and returned later to free her family and take them to freedom. Tubman was one of America's leading abolitionists during the 19th century and said to have began her work on the Underground Railroad on April 20th, 1853. Born as a slave, Tubman led hundreds of slaves to freedom via the network of safe houses known as the Underground Railroad. She died on March 10, 1913 in Auburn, New York. So,
long life.
January 29th, 1920, possibly, you know what I'm saying, a legend was born.
Either way, it's January 29th.
Yeah. 29th.
They're solid on the
20
year.
to 22, 1820 to 22 is.
Yeah, it's a long life.
But she lived, she almost was 100 years old.
I'm about to say, wait a minute. She died in 1913.
I never knew that.
She was 7 years from being 100.
Did you think
Cicely Tyson.
96.
Did you think the Underground Railroad was traction shit?
Damn
Okay.
Damn right. You gotta read the 6 shows at story time. Why?
I don't even know what that
do
means. I don't even know what that means.
Hey, what was that?
I don't even know what that means.
But it's provocative.
It gets the people going. Hey, Lou laughed his ass off for that one right there.
Man, he should have damn.
He's just taking shots at everybody. No one's saying.
I didn't say nothing crazy.
Take this nigga's phone from him.
Hey, Lou on the bottle right now. He on the brown.
Gotta be.
Hey, no, but when them Harry Tubman 20s coming out?
Ooh.
Ask Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, bye.
Can we still call him that?
Yeah, he's still
I
old as
never
shit.
call it Sleepy Joe.
They should come out pretty soon.
If not, we can make some of our own. Apparently, which is cash.
Hey, put them 20s up. They got Harry Tubman on there. Let's take a look.
I don't know. I know there's no 20.
What better than that be? I'm saving mine.
White man.
What about on the back? Is it?
What do they have on the back? They fake as shit. Not a legal tender copy.
Down. Oh my God.
The nation's plantation.
Right there, but 28. You know how you say something right there? I don't even say nothing right there. I wish they had a real 20.
Where's the watermark?
Yeah, you take a little watermark. You know it's real.
Paid us today, bro.
Hey, is your mic on?
Someone's off.
My mic was at
Okay, there it is.
It did
Some
sound like
was off. I was like, where the fuck go?
I thought y'all could hear me. I just knew I couldn't hear myself because my headphones came out. But this is how Ricky paid us and fake money today.
Damn, Rick.
Is it fake money?
You on Suge Knight shit.
Let's go to 7-Eleven and find out.
If I was on some Suge Knight shit, I have a couple of more of those the red colors in here.
Like, nah, nigga,
We
you
got
paid.
Manny, and then we would take out we'll break a Lucille, which is also known as a vaccine case. We going to put that thing inside you.
So on the B side, it's gonna be a footage of
That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, threw some goddamn money in my face. So disrespectful.
Oh man, y'all motherfuckers crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. Let's go around the room.
Glad to be back.
Let's go around the room. Jenny Williams. Is that Kayla's play money? Yeah.
No.
Hey, we always stole it. 8-year-olds play money. He been stuck on his whole entire podcast.
Balling out
Yeah,
with an 8-year-old stimulus.
I'm about to go to Amazon with this fake ass stimulus and see what's up.
All right, hey, Bezos, you heard that?
Amazon mom.
Bezos, you heard that?
Yeah.
Let's go around the room now. Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes,
man.
I'm drunk. There it is, right there.
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
stopped to
Lou
read
is
that.
drunk, ladies and gentlemen. He's been drunk this entire podcast. He's drunk when he called too, as well. He on his OnlyFans drunk,
Yeah.
shirtless.
Yeah, if it lose shirtless.
We'll leave it to Rick. He be pantless too.
Hey, you want to find out?
You asked the question.
I asked the question. Do you want the answer? Do you want the answer? I didn't ask for the answer. You Al and I on
The
this one.
sequence of events don't sit right with me.
Yeah. But nah, man. I'm so sorry, mother.
Hey, somebody grab Jenny's phone, please.
I've been told I ain't
man.
shit all my life, Jenny.
All my life.
All my life I
Grinding
had
all
to
my
fight.
life.
But nah, man. It was cool to be back, man. I enjoy each and every one of y'all. I love y'all, man. And I just want to end my portion by saying shout out to Coach Rivera.
Right, dinging the bell.
He beat cancer, man.
He beat it. Hey, round of applause for Coach Rivera, please.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ron Burgundy.
Yes, sir. Manny.
That's my turn.
They called on me.
Hey, oh shit, wake up. But nah, I'm happy to be here because honestly, me and Ricky had a conversation on some personal stuff, and I was probably gonna take the night off, but I'm glad I came. I ain't know Dev was gonna be here. That made it worth it. Like shit, I can make fun of his nigga. Like hell yeah. So like nah, I'm just playing. I enjoy coming down out here. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, have some fun. I am not a journalist. I am amateur podcaster at best. That's me sounding like I'm doing shit, but I ain't.
There you go.
But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the fans. Not the only ones, but the others.
BNY OnlyFans coming up.
Oh God, no.
I mean,
That's
we
it.
launched everything else. Might as well. What? We got gaming. We got memes. Hey.
Look, I don't have much, but I appreciate it. And good conversation, fellas. I did learn some stuff tonight. I am encouraged to learn some more things back from the stock market. And I think we pretty much hit everything else together, except for that Allen Iverson thing. I don't know about that. But that's all I got.
Nigga, that's what's happening.
I'm
Go
not
to bed.
No.
Not you.
Oh.
I was talking about Will. My fault, man.
All right, what? Definitely not. What did he say?
What is happening?
Oh yeah. You need to lay down, bro.
We doing final thoughts.
Yes, we doing final thoughts right now. You put a shirt on, it may like keep you tighter, and you might wrap
Keep
it
the
back
nigga
up.
warm.
You warm you up, and you figure out what's going on. So, but we need to turn this. I'm not even gonna give Ricky the fucking opportunity. We need to what?
Bye. Look, he done.
What?
he wildin'.
Anyway.
Hey, real quick, Lou, what you sipping on tonight? We just curious.
Yeah. What are you drinking? Mad Dog.
Henny.
Nah.
He on the Mad Dog 2020.
Full logo.
Damn.
Hey, man, say hitting everything else.
Wow.
Damn, they calling you out for your final thoughts.
Wow.
I don't understand where he's coming from.
Because you always say the word hit.
Oh, well, I do. I don't know. News to me.
Look,
Y'all both. Yeah.
they taking shots.
slow.
They taking shots.
No, he ain't drinking it slow and low. He's drinking it slow and low? Oh, shit.
I hope not.
Hey, you know that.
No, where he didn't tell
Right,
us.
baby.
What are you drinking, Will? What are you drinking, Uncle Lou? What are you drinking?
He's drinking that Junior. Hey, Dad, what you got?
Wait, before you go to Deb, I bet Lou bottle bounce off the ground when you drop it.
About as hard as a bitch.
Is he calling right now?
You drinking Aristocrat?
Oh, my God.
What you drinking?
Still got his
Hey,
shirt
put
on.
He got his
put him
shirt
on
off.
speaker.
Put him on
Hey,
speaker.
no shirt on. Hey, put him in the camera. Hey, put him in the camera real quick.
Before I get my final thought. Hey,
Who said you get a phone thought?
in the comments, I'm not the only one that heard it. Manny said we hit everything else together. So y'all can sit there and keep acting like that shit didn't happen with Manny wild ass, and y'all like, what is he talking about? He's drunk. Nah, y'all niggas drunk. So that's not wild ass shit being said on the fucking podcast. It's not the B-side, Manny. Calm down.
So I'm going to.
Hey, first of all, him saying that was a stretch. That was a stretch.
No, yeah, no. See, look, and like this is why he's not your friend and I am. I was not trying to say something like that. He's trying to twist that. We are in a room full of married men, excluding
A room full of
myself.
black men.
A room full of black. A room. I was gonna save it. We in a room full of married men. I'm by myself. I am not trying to take these men down with me. We do not hit everything else. We're talking about topics. And can you please put a goddamn shirt on?
Listen, it was chest day today, little fella.
What does that mean?
Hey, man, Manny the only nigga I know built like the hangman.
Yes. But you get an extra letter because of the size of my dick, nigga. Get out of here.
Solid comeback.
It was.
The baby old name.
That's a solid comeback, though. Man, get this nigga out of here.
You afraid to drink your? Go ahead and drink. Is that a Jack Daniels peach in the corner? Are you afraid to see that?
Oh.
You said what now?
Is that a Jack Daniels peach in the corner? What is that? What are you drinking?
And then hold on, y'all let Manny play with us too. Talk about you thought it was a railroad, like an actual railroad too. What are they teaching y'all? Y'all let that country ass nigga slide in and talk big shit to y'all. I'm ashamed of all y'all.
Because of slavery.
Hey, down south it was different. It was different down there.
Yes.
We don't give a fuck, nigga. We thought that shit was a fucking railroad for a second, nigga. That's what we thought.
Hey, we said that. We said that.
I think he said his phone cut out when we were talking about that. He might have missed it.
Black people running underground. That shit don't sound like that shit real. We had to find out in the books, man. We sorry. We didn't believe that shit. We from the DMV, man. Niggas underground walking around. We didn't believe that shit, man.
Did your bottle bounce off the ground or what?
Hold on. Hey, what you drinking? What you drinking,
He
fool?
refuses to tell us.
Hey, what are you sipping on?
Hold on. I think somebody said what I was. Whoever got it right, I'm sending $5 to your cash app.
I said the bottle bounced off the ground. You got some money for me?
We said Henny.
Oh, no. I just need one answer. Hold on. What you say, cuz?
Henny.
Okay. What you say? Hey, Atlanta. What you say, boy?
I said the bottle bounced off the ground.
Here this nigga go.
Paul Masson.
I was saying he probably drinking that Paul. He got to be
Play
drinking that
LP.
Paul.
I thought Play LP.
Paul. Now, what you think I'm drinking, man?
Water.
Actually, it's probably a protein shake.
Now, what you say now?
Water.
Who drink water with they index
finger
finger
up?
up?
My man. That nigga know me very well. I'm gonna send you $5, my nigga.
Shut up, fool.
They ain't drinking
Drink water out of
sipping
soda
like
pop.
that.
Yeah, nah.
I don't believe you.
It's some baby sips.
It's a polar.
Nobody drinks more than 30 times on it.
It's a protein
In a
shake.
solo cup?
Yeah, it's a protein shake with wild turkey in it.
Nah, Devin got it though. Devin on point.
Give my $5. Run me my $5, nigga.
Hey, nigga, you don't talk to me like that. Listen, you know what I noticed too, cuz if we put my side jumps together with your little beard, we being Mac. Hey, listen, if we can just put it together, we fucked up in the game.
Hey.
Get this nigga out of here.
Hey.
Build a beard.
Hey, hold a second. Hey, this man Will said they do the fusion dance. Hey, let me do the fusion dance.
Fusion dance.
Hey, that's Piccolo.
Nigga ain't drinking all these.
What the fuck freeze that?
What do you call yourself? Puritan. What the fuck?
Beerton.
Puritan.
All right, nigga.
Man. I'm on the road. My phone about to die.
Bye. That nigga in the house and his phone about to die.
Hey, man.
That nigga's stupid.
Hey.
I'm done, man. Dev, you got it. I'm sorry.
All right.
Well, shit. Yeah. Hey,
Oh my God.
I said it at the beginning of the show, man. I'm gonna say it now. I'm just glad to be back in the lab with the fellas. As always, a room full of black men. Yo,
There it is.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
doing big things, making moves, making shit happen. Quick plug, man. Me and Donnell was talking about this earlier, man. Just shout out, just keep an eye out for big things coming on, man. I got a couple things in the works, and I'm just glad to kind of be a part of this, to kind of include y'all fellas, man, to kind of bounce ideas off of y'all. We're gonna talk about this shit on the B side real quick before we bounce. But I'm just glad to kind of be around y'all, like again, like for real, like this is this my moment, man. I've been gone, like I said it in the beginning of the show. I had a lot going on. And I've told y'all before this, like whenever I was here every week, like this is my therapy. And to kind of be missing this like week in, week out, month in, month out, because I was going through my shit, like I missed it. You know what I'm saying? But this affords me the opportunity to get everything I need to get off my chest, to laugh, to drink, to be around with the fellas. I miss it. I'm glad to be back. I'm here to stay. Just because I wasn't here, fellas, and you know, and fans out there, doesn't mean that I wasn't here, like in spirit and in the process of everything, man. Just had to kind of do some things for myself. So I'm glad to be back. Glad to spend time with y'all, man. Doing what we love and doing what we do best.
Hey, Dev. when you walked through that back door, I saw the silhouette. I was like, that ain't Dev. I was like, nah, hell nah. Nell said he had to stop on the way. I was like, all right, this man's bringing somebody with him. Who? I have no idea.
I don't know.
But hey, you showed up, man, and we miss you. Honestly, we miss you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it ain't been the same without you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Even if it's bullshit, I appreciate it.
Nah, it's this.
Oh, it's all bullshit.
Always.
Come on now, you know.
I love it. I love it though. I love it.
Nah, but I appreciate you, Manny. We talked early tonight too as well.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you showed up, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm glad you being here. Yeah, it's always
downplay it.
Nah, we ain't gonna downplay it because you held it down the 2 weeks I was gone. You and Nell.
You ruined my
everybody
coup.
else, so.
That's the first thing he asked me about when he got back.
Hey, I'm sorry I let you down, but guess what? Mondays you can take over. You got it.
But we were getting some snow, so I might have to wait a week.
All right, that's all good. Let's go.
Unless I can live here for a few days, and like
you crank our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not when I
okay.
say what?
I'm sorry.
No,
Don't you dare.
No. I'm good. I just.
Oh shit!
No. Hope did that, so hopefully you had to go through that.
I'll bring bacon.
She said,
We gotta go, bro.
Hey, Nell, always appreciate you. Also, your designs and your clothes. Where can people find you at?
on Instagram, it's teamheartless.com _
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me one second. Let me bring up the other screen. Code open. Look at that new BNY logo.
I love it.
See, the thing is, you got the black bars at the bottom with the gold around it. Then you got the gold up top with the black around it.
I couldn't tell the difference.
God damn. I could put the old one and the new one right next to each other, which I will do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. As far as podcast purposes, we're always available on Monday. Every Monday, the BNY Podcast is available based on the schedule on Friday. But we're doing a good job as far as coverage, and with having Dev back in the fold too as well. We make sure that we can give you that full coverage, that we can never miss an episode. So
Definitely.
thank you very much. We on our way to 100. Podcast 83.
Hey.
Cheat codes.
Hey.
Arrest everybody that caused crime on Wall Street. They deserve to have their day in court.
Get him.
Get them. 1.